Maybe we can figure this
Let
out.
me hear you. Good and loud. All right, Gary. On one. On two. On three.
And now,
Two people that probably know you better than you know yourself. That's my whole ball game all night long.
No fancy chat GPT intros this time, folks. It's the whole ball game. We're back, and it's been a minute. I've been sick. Blake's been sick. My wife's been sick. My kid's been sick. My kid turned 2. I totaled my Nissan Rogue, and I am now the proud owner of a 2022 Chrysler Pacifica minivan. Blakers, how we doing?
Have you painted it purple and called it the Grape Van yet?
We're working on it. We'll get there eventually.
I'm still not sure what we're doing. Is your show playing?
No, I haven't started playing it yet.
Okay, good.
We're gonna count it down and
right.
do this thing. But look,
I misunderstood. Sorry.
No, that's fine. We're a little rusty. We got a little ring rust on us, and that's why we figured in our re-debut we'd do something we promised we'd do a long time ago, and we're gonna sit together and we're gonna press play here in a few minutes on the Wrestlemania pirate ship inside of the Performance Center from 2020. It's WrestleMania 36 here on the whole ball game, and you lucky fans all over the world are going to hear Blake and Gabe's origin story.
2020 AD or ADD?
Yeah, well, a little column A, a little column ADD.
It's clear this is where it all begins again because it's never been the same since, has it?
It really has not. Super Bowl Sunday, 2020. Old Blaker and the Gaber were deadlocked back and forth all night long, bidding on eBay for the right to sit next to our co-chairs in Tampa Bay as we watch WrestleMania pirate ship cruise on by at Raymond James Stadium. And before too long, by God, we were up to around $1,500, if I remember correctly.
$1,500 in 2020 money, you know.
Yeah.
That's like $5,000 a day.
It really is.
It was not planned. I had no intentions of going. Quite frankly, if I'm being honest, the entire time leading up to it was telling myself what kind of pathetic fucking loser is going to give these two normal guys money, especially a large amount of money, to go and sit in a dog shit seat at a subpar wrestling show. To be quite, I mean, it's WrestleMania, but they hadn't been good, and 30 was pretty good, but other than that, they hadn't been good in 10 years or so. So when you kind of start to chop it up like that, to say it is difficult to explain to the world is an understatement, because what you're essentially you're paying for the fellow hip into the corner, and anyone listening to this is going to understand and know what I'm talking about. And and look, we're all while we have our differences amongst us as men of a similar cloth, and while we understand this, no one else does.
No.
And they shouldn't, because if you have if you only have a couple deviant parts of you, and this is one of them, the rest of it should be fighting against what you're doing here. But you recognize it and you struggle with it, and that's what keeps you from being a super pervert. And you can help keep the super perverts away and just be a little bit of a pervert. You understand. But yeah, it wasn't planned. I had no intentions, and then I got a bottle of Freebird's favorite beverage, the
Oh boy.
uncarbonated distilled 750 milliliter of Tennessee whiskey.
Uh-huh.
And I was I was going through I was going through like a bottle of Jack every weekend phase, and I got about 3/4 of it that night, and I said I'm gonna go to Tampa Bay. Fuck it.
See,
And
I don't know what's worse, to be frank. Like,
yeah.
I was not drinking at all. I was at home in my 500 square foot shitbox apartment in Norwalk, Connecticut, with my at the
Gun Club
time
Road.
fiance at the time, close enough to Gun Club Road that I could have been there in 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And
Brother, I'm
and
not comfortable.
going back and forth with some asshole who just would not stop bidding on a ticket to sit next to these two guys at a wrestling show in Tampa Bay. And yeah, I didn't know Blake from Adam. I didn't know who he was or whether or not I could trust him. We'll get there as the story plays out.
Whether or not I can trust him. You've been against me on eBay. You've been against B-Dog64, by the way.
And there's a reason why I would have to trust it. That came the next day, I believe.
Yeah. We had 24 hours.
Yeah, we had 24 hours to figure all that shit out. But it was wild. It was actually your Chiefs the first time Patrick Mahomes won a Super Bowl. It was that night.
It was the first one, man, and I fucking ruined it for me. Like,
I bought chicken breasts from the grocery store and made like at home like chicken tenders with like buffalo side different sauces and shit. And I went to KFC and bought coleslaw and mashed potatoes to go with it. Right?
Okay.
Yeah. I remember it like yesterday because it's one of those signposts, right, on the side of the road. Just truly kismet, and that is how the whole ball game was formed 5 years ago.
Well, I think that's probably pretty clear. I mean, you look at all the shit that happened and where we're at today, and I don't think it's any stretch of I don't think it's any stretch of the imagination of the man who understands to think that there's a possibility that we ourselves somehow wound up back in 2020 with Harry's glasses and potentially caused COVID even, and the whole fucking thing just spewed off into an alternate thing, and this could have been our false
alarm. I wondered how long it was going to take for you assholes to figure that out. I mean, look, the writing's been on the wall for the last 2 years. I've been trying to tell you all this time. You ain't figured it out yet. I guess you're a little dumber than I thought you were.
Yeah, well, things travel slower through time and space now because of us. So I guess we'll have to deal with it.
Yeah, we caused COVID. We caused a whole lot of bullshit. If you want to watch this thing with us, and I couldn't understand possibly why you would want to, but we're going to do it anyway. It's season 36, episode 1 of Wrestlemania. We're going to watch as much of this first part of WrestleMania 36 as we can get through, and kind of walk through the stories and how the night wore on and exactly what happened. So we got a little bit of audio to play with from the lapsed fan with old baby Blake and baby Gabe trying to figure out exactly how to maneuver their way through a pandemic and talk about just how pathetic they are, while not appearing to be too terribly pathetic at the same time. It was it's quite a slice of life here, huh?
You could probably put that on the tombstone. I'd say that's a fair thesis of life thus far. Just try not to appear too pathetic.
So that's what we're going to do. Pull it up. It's season 36, episode 1 of WrestleMania. And we'll count it down. We'll do the 3, 2, 1 play. We'll do it right now in 3, 2, 1, play. Of course, we're joined with our beautiful then, now, forever intro without either Vince or Triple H's voice on this one.
This is gonna be equal. I don't know what this is gonna be. Quite frankly, it's gonna hurt.
Here.
Every year about this time, WWE presents its premier event, Wrestlemania. Each Wrestlemania has its own personality and has been different than the rest. Tonight and tomorrow's Wrestlemania will be the most different of all. There won't be 80,000 screaming fans in a stadium due to the current circumstances. We emanate from a closed set with no audience, as well as other locations.
Oh yes, this is the beginning of cinema, isn't it?
A diversion during these hard times.
A diversion during these hard times. That's what they've always been about, right? See?
Diversion.
This is what Vince understood, because that allows them to operate as the world burns. They will never not make money as long as they're a diversion for the shit in the world, because there will always be shit in the world. If I had a gun next to me, I'd blow my brains out right now looking at this. Oh, God. The montage of the fucking...
all the America the Beautifuls. Mm-hmm. America's the Beautiful. Willie Nelson, John Legend, Ray Charles. Boys to Men, Aretha. She's at her piano, by God. So yeah, how did you? Let's start there. Let's start talking about that. When did you come to? I mean, because it feels like it's the right place to talk about it. Because that's how we were formed here. Is through the Lapsed Fan. They are our progenitors, as it were.
I'd say a good 6 inches.
Good. Is it a good? Good. I'm glad Mr. Livingston could join us this afternoon. Talk to me about how you found the Lapsed Fan podcast. How did you find it?
Absolutely. That's the place to begin. This, it was, what year was that? What year is Shamberg? Was it 16?
Yep.
Yeah. It's 2016, and we're gonna have some fellowship in Shamberg for it's the first Starcast, right?
Yep.
So I remember it's wild, the things that you can remember exactly, like, vividly in your mind, even stuff that so, like, just inconsequential at the time, but becomes... I'm laying in bed one night, and this is probably 2015 maybe, or 16, I don't know, but I'm thinking, hey, I would like to find a wrestling podcast to listen to about some fucking wrestling stories, like that's shit starting. So I go and I look on the podcast thing. I saw the Lapsed Fan, and then I saw the time of the shows, and I'm like, well, that ain't gonna work. Like,
fuck that.
Yeah, exactly. And then I saw Something to Wrestle with Bruce Pritchard on there. And I was like, oh, fuck, Brother loves you. He'll know what the fuck is going on, and he'll dish out the dirt, and that'll be fun. And then, so basically, Connie and him, and they do the shit, and I like the bits, and it's funny. And then I later figure out basically all Conrad did was run the Lapsed Fan through a fucking, like, mainstream filter, sort of. And voila. So, hey, that's Credence, man. And everybody pays the taxes to the tax man from Huntsville. Huh? But anyway, so, I listened to that for a while. That's what got me to Shamberg. And, I enjoyed it. I listened to God damn it. This is awful.
This is terrible.
Where the fucking opening.
They're all
My
dressed
God.
like pirates, and they're trying to be funny and break a fourth wall, and God, aesthetic.
It's uncertain times, you understand.
Yeah, I get it.
But anyway, so I'm in Shamburg. I do the Starcast thing, and then the last day, I I have no plans to go to All In. I'm there specifically like just to go to get autographs and fucking see the old carnies and shit. And I'm sitting there at the goddamn bar, the same bar that I sat right next to Easy E, as somebody bought him a Coors Light and bit my fucking tongue.
Yeah.
And I had a ticket to go to the whatever watch party thing, go watch it in a smelly room with a bunch of perverts.
Yep.
And Credence's fucking carny buddy with the gimmicky suits comes up to me.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Jay-Z Flair. I got nothing but nice things to say about him because he's done nothing but nice things to me. And he said, "Hey, you go on the show?" And I'm like, "Nah, I got a ticket to the thing." And he's like, "You want to go?" I'm like, "Sure." He's like, "Come with me." And he takes me back and jacks me off and makes me fucking finger. No. But
Wonderful.
we go down back to the fucking walk past the Wrestlemania, the arcade game stand where I saw Hall and Nash fucking playing in the hallway.
Jesus Christ.
That was the best part of all that shit, man. Just seeing those, like, Hall and Nash standing there playing fucking Wrestlemania, the arcade game, dude. Like, goddamn. But anyway, and there's fucking Hancock and whatever. He's like, tells him to give me the fucking ticket, and he grabs a ticket and gives it to me. And I'm like, fucking A, looks legit and everything. And they go and hop in a car with fucking Conan and Credence, and I hail an Uber and I gave my fucking watch party ticket to this dipshit at the bar that was sitting there chatting me up. And it was very clear that this man knew what was going on while trying to act like he had no idea of what was going on.
Sure, yeah. No, I understand.
Like giving me the whole, oh yeah, I liked Hulk Hogan when I was a kid stuff, and then, well, yeah, Cody and the Bucks, dude. And I'm just okay, all right, we're gonna do that. So I gave the guy my fucking thing, and I'm like, here you go, if you want it. Like, I got a fucking ticket, so I'm gonna hop in a whatever. And then I also, oh Jesus, remember King Corbin?
I do. This is like a 15-minute open. Like, what? It's still going on.
God, how many of these people aren't even alive? Bray Wyatt.
Oh dear.
But the Fiend is. Hey baby, hey, that's my girl, Asuka, I'm gonna keep on dancing, Joe. But they gave me a ticket, and because I didn't plan on going to the show, I didn't really pay a whole lot of fucking attention to where it actually was. And
sure. Yep.
We're in Chicago, so yep. I say, take me to the Rosemont Horizon, my good man.
No, you did not.
I did.
Oh my God, what are you doing?
I think it's at the home of Survivor Series 89, dude. Like, there it is. Oh. There's a heart. That's for Adam, baby.
Oh, good.
That's for you, Adam, baby. I'm going to keep on having a heart attack show.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so I'll never forget. We get there, and the poor Uber or whatever driver, he's like, I do not think there is anyone here. And I'm like, it sure didn't look like it, my man.
I've heard the story, by the way. This is outstanding.
Yeah, I don't think I ever told you. And it's like 15 minutes the other fucking way.
Yep.
So I checked checked the phone, and I'm like, we need to be at the what I don't even know is the Now Arena or Sears
Center at the time, yeah,
whatever it was. And I'm like, he's like, oh, okay. We get there. I missed goddamn Road Warrior Animals fucking entrance. I know that, but
that's a real shame.
Yeah, I missed the shit battle royal and got there for the beginning, so it worked out. Great seats, by the way. Just tremendous. Like on basically the aisleway to the, not the aisleway, but like that's my vantage point. Like I was directly
Oh,
where.
Jesus Christ!
Oh, I forgot about Gronkowski. God,
Jesus Christ!
How much of this stuff is so forgettable? You know, like you should probably remember everything, and I totally forgot about him.
Oh my God!
Do you remember the video of Vince showing him how to bump off the
How to bump off
pad?
the yes.
But the
Jesus.
so
Anyway.
yeah, I had a straight on view where fucking Hangman powerbomb Joey Janela, like that was like right, like I was like 3 or 4 rows up in the actual seats, so I was on the floor, but that's like the vantage point.
Nice.
And, yeah, so it was great, and I never watched any of that shit, so that was like the first introduction to independent wrestling, I guess, whatever you want to call it, like, and it did enough to keep me around to give AEW 4 years before jumping off.
Yeah, I was in town because we bought my old company. My buddy and I bought like a booth at Starcast to promote the show that we ran in Chicago because we wanted to do a bunch of wrestling shit and starting things off with Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross
Naturally
coming out to nobody, cheering them. That's fine. Going to be a lot of that tonight, I think.
This is going to be dramatic.
And we convinced our bosses to let us buy tickets and expense them to All In. So that was kind of cool. So we were there too, but we were up in the nosebleeds. We were in the front row of the top section, which wasn't really too bad. But it was cool to be a part of, at least. But that's that. So the point was, how did you find the Lapsed Fan? And I guess you had seen them online, but
yeah, I never got to that, did I?
Well, I think I know where we're going with this though, because they were doing a live podcast that weekend, right?
Yes. So the day after All In, Sunday, as it were, because we do indie wrestling on Saturday evenings.
Right.
That started all that shit. Oh shit! Oh baby, there's 3 faces. That's the 3 faces of cum. Ain't no 3 faces of fear, baby. Oh shit, Kyrie Sane. She got a belt on her neck, baby. I give her a pearl necklace. I'm gonna keep on dancing, Joe. So it's Sunday and it's the last day. It's kind of the like, what am I gonna do? Walk around, sort of the. You can feel it in the air, the come down, and I see on the fucking whatever rundown sheet, the Lapsed Fan, and I'm like,
shit. The live one on the stage, right, with Cody outside smoking cigars. I was in the room. Yep. That's crazy.
And I'm like, well, I remember it was like at 2:00 or something. There's about, I don't know, 15 dudes in there.
20 of us, yeah.
Maybe a couple handicap folks.
And, definitely handicap folks. I remember the wheelchairs, yes.
I remember looking around the room and being like, well, this isn't great.
Not great.
I guess this is where I fall. And so I'm sitting there and I, check it out. And I'll never forget the goddamn line. And then it was, the boss is already back behind the curtain or whatever, and he's doing Vince, and it was Dr. Jerry Graham and I did large amounts of cocaine together, and that hooked me, that got me, and I was like, I didn't like ever hear any wrestling show that mixed in that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, let's go, and I listened to, like, I believe it was Battle of the Superstars on the plane home. Because I was looking for something with Lord Al, because he did a Lord Al impression, and I fucking loved it. And I'm like, who nobody talks about Lord Al. These guys are talking about Lord Al. Like, okay, I know, I understand now. And that was it. And then the lamentable tragedy began. And then that I
Yeah,
mean,
that was the end of that for you. Yeah, that's a hell of a place to jump in,
that's a baptism by fire, literally.
without question. And
Oh.
then we're watching this, and it's just a bunch of women laughing at each other.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, it's
My
mind.
God,
It's
this
mind
is
games.
so bad. Oh my God. So I came to the show, the Laps fan anyway, pretty early on, like really early on, like 2014, like 3 or 4 episodes in, um, because of my buddy Andy, who I think still listens to the program. I don't know if he does or not, but
Listens to what?
he's back in Indiana listens to our program.
Oh, I thought you said program.
No, no program.
Thank you.
See, Rick has been living on my green couch for quite some time, and he has a way of rubbing off on you, if you understand what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Fingernails or not. And he introduced me to it, and I mean, I was hooked immediately. And so, like, I've been kind of following it pretty closely ever since. But I've had the opportunity over the years to like meet the guys in person and use the jobs that I've had in the past where I was actually making some decent money and had control over budgets and stuff. And I always liked to reward the people that I like to pay attention to. And so convince my bosses to like give them money and shit. And
you would not do that to me, silly boy.
No, I don't think Andreas is on board for that sort of thing, unfortunately.
I'm not that silly.
He's not that silly. He's not. No, indeed. He's like, what's a professional wrestling? I do not understand.
I am very responsible in an erotic manner.
Oh, no. Here we go. So that's how I came to it. But, it grew and grew and grew. And, like, you pay more attention and they're around places. And, like, it's just so strange the way that our paths kind of half crossed like 5 or 6 different times before we figured out exactly who each other was. At that first Starcast in Shamburg, we were there at the same time and kind of floating around, seeing each other. I've got pictures of myself with Jim Ross and Jerry Lawler and David. What's his
Benoit?
No. The fucking Scream, the guy from Scream.
Arquette?
David Arquette, and just being part of it. I didn't realize that you went all in either. But and being in the same room together, not realizing it, and then Starcast 2, same thing, right? We were both in Vegas. I remember distinctly seeing you in your the Coliseum shirt.
That's what you told me.
I was like, God, I love that shirt, and I didn't have it yet. And I was like, oh, he's a fan. Like I knew it was I actually hung out with the guys all day that day. We went to, they were recording and we were hanging out, and we ended up sitting next to each other at the because I had helped Creedence put together the Las Vegas show and sell some booths and shit because of what I did, and ended up. My screen just went blank. That's great. Still playing. There we go.
Yeah, you're not missing much.
Anyway, and we
I disagree, baby.
Creedence gave us tickets to the Double or Nothing show. Which was the first AEW pay-per-view. That was the night that Cody and Dustin fought.
Yeah, that was great.
A fantastic match. And we had a great time, and then we ate at Whataburger after the show, and ended up walking back to the shitty hotel that we were in, that everybody was in, actually. Tuscany Suites.
Yep, that's where I was too.
That day, as a matter of fact, we rode in a shuttle. You've seen these pictures. Me, Jack, JP, Dave Meltzer, Brian Alvarez, and Hornswoggle all rode in the same shuttle back from Caesar's Palace over to the Tuscany Suites
as you do
that night, as you do. And there's pictures of all of us just hanging out and doing the thing. And yeah,
hey,
you
Gabe,
were there.
Hey, Gabe.
Oh,
Hey,
Jimmy's here.
Speaking of pictures, baby, you got any pictures of this Kyrie Sane bitch's asshole?
I'm sure they're easy enough to find. I'm sure there's some apartment wrestling tape somewhere with Kyrie Sane and Kenny Omega having some kind of bottomless wrestling match. I can't imagine not.
You think Kota Ibushi's got one?
Well, of course he does.
I hope not. He's got weird eyes. He creeps me out.
That plastic. What's that little plastic bottle? that picture. Yeah. Anyway.
Jesus.
It's just a very strange thing that our paths crossed very closely in multiple occasions before all of this shit happened, and then all of this shit happened. It's goddamn Super Bowl Sunday, 2020, and the Chiefs are playing the Patriots that night.
I believe it was the Niners.
No, Niners, okay.
Patriots are in the same. They would have.
You had Jesus Christ. See,
same division. Surgery,
anyway, surgery brain. That's right. Anyway, so we knew that this was going to be taking place. That they were going to auction off these 2 tickets to sit next to them and take in WrestleMania 36 live from Raymond James Stadium with 80,000 people. And there was nothing particularly intriguing about what WrestleMania was going to be that year.
No.
And
I thought there was going to be.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Oh, dear God, the conversation afterwards. Oh, my God.
Do you remember what we thought we were going to see?
Of course I do. So, all right, so here's the deal, right? We bid back and forth. We do the whole thing, right? It's whatever. Blake ends up winning $1,500 and some change.
Yeah.
The next day, I get a text message from Jack Encarnacio. And he's like, hey, so you were second place. We were talking to the guy who won. He doesn't really have anybody who wants to come along. Are you still interested in doing this thing? Do you want to split it with him? And I'm like, I mean, yes. I was going to spend $1,500. Now I'm only going to have to spend $750. Yeah. Like, all right. Yeah, that sounds fine. Like, can I trust this person? Because he's like, I'm going to connect you with Blake, and you guys can talk about how to make this happen. And of course, like my alerts are going off in my brain, like, fuck, like, am I getting fucking scammed? What am I going to do? I'm like, I can't just give somebody $750. And Jack was like, nah, dude, like, he's legit. Like, he's on the level. You don't have to worry about that. And so he connected us, and I think I Venmo'd you $750, and it was done. It was just like, whatever. And that's when we started chatting a little bit back and forth, like texting and shit. And most of it was just like the lapsed fan ease bullshit, right? Like, acting like we're Hogan, talking like we're, paranoid Hogan bullshit and whatever. And then we started talking about WrestleMania. Like, all right, well, what are we going to do? Are we going to find a hotel? Like, how is this going to work? Around the same time, and I don't remember exactly how this all came together, but around the same time is when you and I, and then 4 or 5 other people got into this group chat that we've had for 5 years now.
Yeah.
On Twitter, and it's all, lapsed fan folks, just chatting back and forth about the show and about life and whatever else. How exactly that came to be, I don't remember. Do you remember the exact specifics there?
I do, and there's one less of us, or 2 less of us than there used to be.
There are 2 less of us, yes.
Well, 3 actually. One went into self-imposed exile. Actually, I think both of them went. Two went in self-imposed exile. I think for the betterment of probably their mental health, and I don't blame them at all because anytime I've spoken to those two folks, they seem much happier being on the internet less.
Matt and Fitzy, yeah, of course. Yep.
Yeah. So I don't begrudge them at all. Apolitical Mac can suck a fat one.
Big fat dick. Yep.
That was fun. That was fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, no, it was the entire genesis of that whole fucking group chat was Kid, Paulie, and myself got together to watch like WCW Sin on some fucking, I don't know, some internet thing Kid knew that shared video and had a chat. I don't know what the fuck it was, but I remember watching on my phone, sitting there texting and watching this pirated video of Sin. And it was like, it was around pandemic time because like nobody has anything to do. And that was really about it. But so, and then, yeah, I basically was like, all right, we, were you on that, like that TV guide chat thing we had for a while?
No.
I don't know what the fuck. You could go into like seasons of shows and it was the weirdest fucking thing. But so eventually you land on the Twitter deal and I'm like, I'm just gonna start adding people to this thing from the Laps fan that seem to, think about it the same way and like-minded folks.
Yep.
And I was right for the most part.
Yeah.
90%, 9 out of 10 ain't bad.
Not too bad.
I'll put my fucking judgment up against anybody else's. I'll tell you that right now, especially after what I've seen in the last few years. Yeah, Jesus put them fucking Christ. Glasses on. That makes me much more. I was wondering why I was so uncomfortable with you. And that's it.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. No, much better.
Okay. God
damn, I never realized the glasses really make you seem much less threatening.
So anyway, we have
you motherfucker.
we have this group chat going. We have this group chat going, and we're chatting back and forth, and at a certain point, we don't know what's going to happen with this fiend character that's come about, and it just, looking back on it in retrospect, it seems so goddamn pathetic. Like that the conversation went the direction that it went, and we were kind of serious about it.
We were wishing it into existence.
We were. See, I had at this point, still at this point, I have been to a lot of pro wrestling shows, a lot. I have never seen Hulk Hogan live.
Oh man!
Right.
That's
so
tough.
At the time, we were convinced that we were going to get the Fiend versus Hulk Hogan
because they did that promo.
Correct. They did he did a promo, and it was very like, it felt like that was the direction they might be going. And who knows? Maybe in some early stage there was something there. And we were very excited about the prospect of it, but as we all know, that was not what took place.
I don't remember the exact timing of all of that angle and bullshit of it, but like I believe what the fucking whole thing was. I don't know if it was a month before or what, but so Goldberg gets the belt off of the Fiend like right before this because he's supposed to wrestle Roman, but then Roman backs out because he's got Magic Johnson cancer of the blood. And he can't be around people during a pandemic. And then it becomes Strowman. Oh boy, the choo-choo train. And
Christ.
So yeah, so I think that whole thing was like God, that was awful. She does a fucking twisting moonsault onto her kneecaps. God. That was awful. Just one of
go, everybody. They're the new women's tag team champions. It's Alexa Bliss and the Fiendy girl.
They should scissor. but I think Hulkster was doing an interview where he was basically putting Goldberg over and this and that, and then the Fiend pops up and with some fucking warfare, and Hulkster got all paranoid, doing the side eye and all that. Like, brother, what's going on? But and then he made some comment. You know how he does. He'll always figure out a way to work in a fucking comment that leaves a door open, like because he wants that goddamn match, and we want it too, obviously.
I mean, and honestly, the fantasy booking that we engaged in through chat, I remember it pretty distinctly, feeling like, no, this is the way that you would do it. You would set it up this way, and he wouldn't have to bump. And it's just, I mean, it's this big bad, right? Just like Hulk always takes out. Like, it just makes sense.
I
would
imagine, knowing us, if I had to assume at the time, we also probably would have said, because I'm guessing at some point we know the cinematic shit's going to happen. Hulkster could do a cinematic match because you could fucking edit it and not make it look good. You could not have him bump, and you could do this and that or whatever. And as we know, the Fiend goes on to do it. What the fuck is this group?
Let's see, Sammy at the time was like this character that he was like a dictator, and he's got these
Che Guevara
underneath him. Yeah. The Artists Collective.
Shinsuke Nakamura, and look, there is no one less artistic than Claudio Castagnoli. That man is a goddamn meathead, for fuck's sake. This man is built for nothing but endurance exercise.
He just needs the Iron Sheik's clubs. That's all. That's
fucking for hours, sure. He couldn't write a goddamn limerick.
There once was a man from Nantucket.
Yeah. His name wasn't Antonio Cesaro.
It was not. No, it was. It was Andreas Jernberg. Yeah.
Nantucket. It was Jean-Paul Levesque, I believe.
My penis so long I can suck it. Oh, it's dirty. It's so bad.
I told you that I was erotic.
Silly boy.
Uh-oh.
So we've got a commercial for the merch because everybody needs more merch. So yeah, we're chatting back and forth. I mean, and then it gets to the point that the first time Blake and I ever got together on a creative endeavor was in the lead up to this WrestleMania escapade that we were mere weeks away from. And so we started running a feud in the group chat where I was talking pretty openly about stealing Blake's wife, and we were talking offline, Blake's wife and I, about me killing Blake at the La Quintas, which is about a mile and a half down the road from Raymond James Stadium, and taking over his life there in Wichita. And so we started feuding within the group chat. It was the first of our many creative endeavors together.
Look, it was uncertain times, and the people needed to be entertained. And well, if nothing else, at heart, we know that we are entertainers, much like King Corbin.
King Corbin here. Dear God in heaven, what a mess this is. Jesus Christ.
That just didn't work out for him after Vince left, did it?
I mean, look at it. What's really particularly pathetic about the whole thing is he's looking out into the crowd that doesn't actually exist, making eye contact with fake humans.
They just couldn't pull it off they only know how to do it one way. Like, how you don't have the entire locker room together and have the conversation. Look, don't Don't insult people's intelligence and don't look around. Like,
It's goddamn intellectually dishonest.
isn't it? It really
It
is.
makes me so upset because of that. Because it's just like
It's a distraction, Gabe.
there's no shame.
Everybody knows what this is.
The king has arrived at WrestleMania.
If you want something intellectual, I suggest you go read one of Claudio Castagnoli's book of poetries.
Okay, that's good. Okay.
Oh, we're cutting. This man's doing a goddamn promo to nothing, okay?
Oh, Jesus Christ Almighty!
Where they go
It's
back
real
to
bad.
empty arena SmackDown from 8 days ago. So he
Isn't
can.
this? I mean, there's just such a level of like perfection to the fact that this is the creative sort of piece of wrestling history that brought us together. There's just something perfect about that, isn't there? That this is what the entire history of professional wrestling, and this is what this is what joined us as a force. This is this quiet, like uncomfortable, painful, just pathetic excuse for everything. Everything here is bad. Every aspect of every aspect is pathetic.
We were the phoenix that rose from the ashes.
Yeah, something. I don't know, man.
Hey, baby, you know what it's like, Gabe? Sometimes when the song's really bad, the dancing's gotta be really good, baby. Wanna keep on dancing, Joe.
Everybody's very.
Oh.
I just. It's completely quiet, Blake.
There's nobody there. Quiet. I know. The world's quiet, Gabe. You remember going down the street? It was awesome. It was fucking amazing. Nobody was out. I loved it, okay? Can I tell you that? I fucking loved that aspect of COVID. I know you hated it as a social creature and all that, but my God, the drive to work was fucking awesome because no one was ever on the road.
Yeah, I bet. Just so stupid. This sucks. Anyway,
well, this would suck anyway, no matter what. It's Corbin and Elias.
Right.
This isn't worthy of a fucking like Judgment Day match, let alone WrestleMania.
Just insane, absolute insanity.
This man wrestles with the t-shirt. They're both in fucking t-shirts.
They're both wearing t-shirts. Yeah. The match has officially began. Everybody.
Thank God.
And the ceiling fan is a rolling.
Yes. Don't forget that.
It's what I remember most.
No, we need the fan going. That's going to help prevent the spread of disease, keep the airflow going, and the germs won't be able to settle the air. Protection of everyone.
Yeah. So as time wore on, you figure the Super Bowl is usually the first week in February, right? And WrestleMania is scheduled to take place the last week in March. So we've got about a 7-week stretch that we've got, to plan out and book a hotel room and do all the things that we need to do, get flights taken care of, all that shit. As the weeks wear on, it's becoming more and more clear that it's going to be a strange circumstance. End of February, the last week in February that year, was my yearly the event that I put on in Chicago, C2E2, right? And that year, we just so happened to be co-promoting AEW Revolution, the first Revolution event.
Yes.
It's taken place at C2E2 that year, right? It's Leap Day weekend, right? It's 2020, so Leap Day's a day that year, and so the show is the 28th, 29th, and March 1st. This is a massive event, right? So we're expecting like 95,000 attendees over 3 days to C2E2, and the AEW show sold out in something like 40 minutes or something like that. Like the whole place just jammed to the rafters, like people everywhere. By the end of the next week, the first week in March, we were all working from home.
Mm-hmm.
So we had 90,000 people in this room over the weekend. Nobody's required to wear masks, nothing. It's a goddamn miracle it wasn't a super spreader event. And it might have been, and nobody just reported that it was.
I'm not sure how you
right, it out. Exactly. So by the end of the next week, we're in back in Connecticut, with a scheduled move, by the way, the end of March to out here in Michigan, where I am now. And we're locked down basically. And at that point, that's when Blake and I were like, yeah, I mean, the writing's on the wall. I don't think we should book anything, And so we waited and waited and waited, and then we find out that, yep, no WrestleMania in an arena anyway in 2020. And the amount of sort of regret we had in that moment was pretty considerable. We didn't know what to expect. I remember us discussing, like, do you think they're going to offer us our money back? Like, what do you think is going to happen here? Like, and of course they sent us our money back. It's not a big deal. Like, they took care of it. But it was very much like neither one of us was going to ask them to give us our money back.
Well, I even I threw this out there because I mean, like, I was, whatever, like, it isn't going to happen, so let's figure out what our next best option is. But I threw out, like, well, what do you want to? And I get why now, looking back on it, I understand, like, that would have been stupid for them to do. But I was like, you just want to keep that fucking money and we go next year, kind of deal, like,
right.
Just whatever. And Jack's like, nah. He's like, we'll send it back. Who knows what the hell's going to happen with all this shit? Everybody, might probably a good time to, have every dime you could have, kind of thing. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. And also, too, now that I look back, I'm like, well, fuck, they would get more money the next year, way more. So that would have been silly for them. But yeah, no, that all yeah, to say, like, my wife was unhappy, that'd be a bit of an understatement, I guess. I mean, she could have been a lot more pissed, but like I said, I was not planning on doing this, and I just fucking did it, and I did it drunk. And, like, I'm 6 months into listening, maybe, or no, because over a year and a half, yeah. I can't. Keeping track of years after 2000 takes time.
Yeah.
But so she was working as a nurse, or she might have even been in nursing school or CNA or whatever at the time. She's working overnight. I remember that. And she came home the next morning, and I might have been texting her through I think I even texted her and kind of tried to break the ice on it, because look, to her, I'm telling her that I've just spent $1,500 to go to WrestleMania to sit with some podcast guys, and that doesn't sound great, especially from, what is this, a 39-year-old man with 2 small children at the time too, and then it just kind of devolved from there. Like, well, I'm gonna go with this other dude that listens to the show that I don't know, but we're gonna stay at the La together too, just to save some money. And on top of that, because this is spontaneous, her schedules are set like months out.
Sure.
She's scheduled to fucking work. So I got nobody to watch my kids. I gotta ask, figure something out. Like, she's not happy with me, and it just kind of like, it would ebb and flow, and it's not the end of the world, and then it's fucking you stupid ass, and then just like ride that goddamn roller coaster. So I try to figure out, you know what, I'm gonna do everything I can to diffuse this fucking thing, and I don't want to hear about it anymore. It is what it is. I did it. I'd fucking do it again, and I'd look you in the eyes and I'd tell you I'd do it again too. But okay, you don't like it. I'll do what I can to fix this. So I'm like, look, I'll figure out a way to come up with $1,500 out of my shit or whatever. That way you can feel better about this because of whatever immature, foolish thing I've done. And then that wipes that out. And other than, I've done it, and that's the problem. You didn't talk to me. Yeah, got it. Whatever. Fucking live a little. But so to do that, I sell some of my treasured memorabilia, my autographed Stan Musial baseball, and an autographed Ozzie Smith baseball being part of that. I don't know. Anything else I sold, I blocked out because it hurt too much. But that obviously didn't cover all of that. But I pieced together the rest of it somehow for my. Also, too, that was my plan the whole entire time. I told her, I'm like, look, it's gonna be like $750 at the end of the day because I'm gonna get fucking, the other dude's gonna pay for half and take one of the tickets, and like my whole time, I in the back of my mind, I know like somebody's gonna want to go and split this. I'll be able to figure out some way to recoup half my money, and then I got bitched at for selling it at fucking half face value, like because I could have made a fucking profit, and I'm just like, for fuck's sake, like no. Jesus Christ.
That's outstanding.
Yeah. Perfect, really.
Elias beats King Corbin here at WrestleMania 36.
Yeah, don't forget to get that in. We need to pay tribute.
Very important.
It's just like some camera sitting there to the side with a sheet on it, and that's it's just like in the stands. It's fine. But yeah, so all that ends up being for nothing because you get the money back. And I guess it's great that I guess I made a little bit of money selling my shit, but I'd rather not have sold it. And I got a Musial ball back. I went and bought another one later. Well, everything's evened out.
Yeah, I did not have this problem. It was just it was early enough in the relationship here where like she wasn't gonna say anything to me. You know what I mean? Like I can do whatever. You know what I mean? Like there's not gonna be a thing.
Yeah, I was not in the right on it. I'll admit that.
You got Stone Cold Steve Austin telling us to download season 6 of Supercard.
But as I stated, I would do it again, and I would tell you I would do it again.
That's right. It was interesting that we didn't get to do it, and we actually met for the first time in real life.
The first dance.
Weekend of Starcast 3?
No. Well, I don't know when the fuck that was, but no, Starcast 3 was that Baltimore one, right?
Oh, okay. All right. I thought that was 4.
It was the first dance. The rampage that began the destruction of AEW. You were up in that box.
Oh, shit. Yes, that's right. Because Wyatt was with you.
Yeah, I brought Wyatt to. It was when Punk came back and All Out in Chicago, and we had tickets to Rampage, and Wyatt and I came up, and I think you were up there with your lovely wife and dude you worked with, and
Maya was there too, right?
yeah. She came and sat with us at the show, and we watched Phil come out. I
And
think
then
that was where Christian beat Omega. I think for the TNA title or something. I don't know. Didn't they have him go because they had him go over to make it look like he had a shot of winning the fucking AEW
that's
title.
right. You're right. Yep, that's exactly what happened. And then,
Danielson came out at the end.
yes, yeah. If I remember right, there was another. Yeah, that was the night Adam Cole came too. It was the same night. It was Danielson and Adam Cole.
Oh yeah, they both came in the end, didn't they?
Yeah.
Boy, they packed way too much shit into that.
They really did. I mean, but
no surprise
that's
looking back.
That's what the man did. He's a hot shot. That's what he did with that shit. And look at it now. What a fucking mess.
Well, look, you got to balance out your fucking stimulants if you're gonna book pro wrestling, man.
Jesus Christ. What was and then the other one I was in town. I think it was Starcast 3. Maybe not. No. It was all. That's right. It was All Out. It was All Out weekend. That you came up and you brought Wyatt because you went to Rampage and then you went to All Out. But me, you, and Andy met up at the.
We like went out somewhere
to that bar at the hotel at the Hyatt right there.
The Jim
and then
Gillett.
We walked around and went in and out of because it was Top Guy weekend or whatever bullshit.
That's right.
And got a Four Horsemen.
Yeah, I got a picture of that.
Yep, that thing and
foam hand.
Foam hand. Thank you, Jesus Christ. We hung out then, and that was, gosh, I guess that must have been 21, right after all this bullshit happened, and then eventually, we got our WrestleMania moment. By God, in Philadelphia.
Oh my God!
Here comes Becky Lynch in a fucking semi truck.
The man, Becky Lynch.
Jesus Christ Almighty!
Come here, Colby. Give me your cock, Colby. I want it in my arse.
Everything is quiet.
Look at this shit. You think that's the same truck Hulkster drove into Rock? Whoa, that brother. You got an intruder in the house, dude? The dog's barking.
Stop it. Fucking dogs. Goddamn motherfuckers.
I always love it when Gabe rolls in the chair. It's great.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a scissor lift.
There you go. There's a big ceiling fan.
Jesus. Remember when they goddamn, remember she was a fucking cannibal biting necks?
I do remember that.
I can't believe Shayna's not thriving more under Triple H, quite frankly. But you remember when they first started doing this shit and they had the goddamn hard cam on the just empty fucking side of the arena instead of pointing it towards the rampway, at least with a fucking screen and logo or whatever. That was tough to watch.
I mean, the funny thing about this is just how much it progressed pretty quickly over time. I mean, this is before even the fucking
the Thunderdome.
Thank you, yes, like the postage stamps of people's faces in the crowd.
Scoot was on it.
Fucking Scoot, goddamn Scoot.
$11.99 to my Venmo, please. Actually, that pizza's about $38 by now.
Blake in his giant heart took care of one of the members of the Last Hand Solar System who was in need of a pizza because he was out of work. Blake went ahead and sent him $12 so he could get a pizza.
from Jim Hurd. I even wrote it in the note. I remember it would have been like a couple of weeks before this, maybe even a week before, because I remember exactly where I was when I did it. I was at my mom's house in Tennessee, and because and I was also trying to think of what led up to this, and I remember I don't know if it was the go home or the week before, but they had Austin in one of those goddamn warehouse empty arenas. Remember, he's out there at the very end of Raw, fucking doing stone colds to nothing in this fucking. And I was at my parents' house watching that, thinking, Jesus Christ, because I was traveling that weekend. Like from there, we get back and like that's when everything changed that weekend. That'd been the same one, like probably end of February, early March, whatever. But I don't know. But the fucking just the way that they would shoot that shit was even worse than this. But I was out there and in Tennessee, and I was up because I was up there like looking through fucking Twitter or whatever, and fuckers talking about needing money and this and that and being laid off and can't get his unemployment and blah blah blah. Well, in between making fun of people stuck out in the street and shit like that, waiting for his Dunkin' Donuts delivery down in the lobby of his apartment, and I sent him $12 for pizza. Yeah. Oh God,
Jesus Christ! The smacking sounds. Jesus, this is terrible. All of this is just so terrible.
They should have did the opposite and less mic'd it. Like
you get these fucking guys, Byron Saxton and the other guy who doesn't even exist anymore, like
Corey Grizzle
doing commentary. It's not Corey Graves. It's
yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
That's Corey Graves.
I promise it is not Corey Graves.
I just saw him.
His name is Tom something. That's not Corey Graves. It's Tom
brother
something or other. He works for TNA now.
That's Tom Phillips, dude. My screen changed, dude. He's a fucking shapeshifter, dude. That was Corey Graves, brother. I don't know what's going on, dude. Sky baby.
Fucking fantastic. No.
Oh God. Did you see?
No. What did I miss?
Hulk and Eazy-E in their third man.
Oh fuck.
Was that not
Izzy, brother? Izzy, look, man. Look, the wave of the future, dude, is freestyle wrestling. Real American freestyle wrestling, brother. That's the look. When in doubt, dude, go with the real stuff, man. That's what everybody wants to pay for and watch. It's real wrestling action. All right.
That guy's not the dad of the little girl, is he?
I don't think so. I think his name is just Israel, and they call him Izzy.
Well, that's better, I suppose. I thought it was that little girl's dad. I figured Eric was going to try to do her. Referee saying, "Listen to my count. Back it up when I tell you." Spinning back kick.
Somehow the TV turned on in the other room. Hold on a second.
It's probably Rick. I'm not entirely convinced that Gabe's home's not full of ghosts. You got that cemetery thing next door? Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. He hit his head. Jesus Christ. I think he broke it. It's swinging. Is it broke? Did he break that?
No. It happens like 5 or 6 times a day. That's this lighting thing that's in the. This used to be the dining room when I turned it into my office. So this is like supposed to be over the dining room table.
Yeah, it's like a chandelier.
I hit my head on that shit. Hit my head on it like 5 or 6 times a day. It's whatever.
Have you thought of getting rid of it?
Yes. I'm lazy. So They make the call. We're not having this. We're not doing this thing. We're not. There's not going to be a WrestleMania. We're not going to do it. They give us our money back. And like every year, the chairman usually will do a call-in show, and the both of us had the opportunity to do that, and I've got some audio for us right now.
We'll start rolling the dice and picking people at random who have set their numbers who pledge elsewhere, let's say on our Patreon, and your number may be called. So you need to be ready. You need to be primed, and you need to be presenting. Be prepared. And yeah, boss, we are joined by a heavyweight. We are joined by a veteran. In fact, he was supposed to be sitting right next to us. He was at our stadium in Tampa, one of two Latchband Solar System members who saw fit to snatch those extra tickets and have a one-of-a-kind experience. Gabe, I hope this isn't a placement for what you were expecting, but it's certainly the best. Yeah. This is the worst. It's so fucking Let's hear it. I mean, dude, don't you feel so cheap? Like, as a wrestling fan right now, don't you feel like they're forcing you to, like, acknowledge what a whore you are for them? Well, yeah, you know what it's like that first time. It really does. It feels like this all over again. That first time you tell the girl you really like that, yeah, it's more than just used to be a fan, you still watch it, and, like, you know, and you're afraid, you're like, yourself. And I learned about it online, and I also engage with people on social media about it, and I race matches myself. I like the stuff. I kind of pay attention. I've kind of watched it my whole life. I kind of listen to podcasts about it. I kind of make 6-hour podcasts about it. I kind of spend $1,000 and $400 to go on a flight to talk about it. I kind of get invited to go on stage and make fun of the wrestlers every year. I kind of, you know, I own a lot of coins. I haven't really gotten rid of them, even though I'm pretty 40. You know. I spent about $1,500 on those tickets to a podcast regularly. Honey, trust me, these guys are worth it. Okay. You're right. No, am I worth it though? Right. What's that? We're in the middle of this thing. My significant other, bless her heart, is sitting in the other room playing Animal Crossing and watching Impractical Jokers like a normal human being. And I'm cooped up in my office waiting for you guys. An old episode of your podcast that I listened to 50 times already. I love you guys. Really, I do. The world has turned to their. Oh my God. I mean, how are you managing, Gabe? I mean, you know, we know you quite well. If fans don't know, I mean, Gabe has joined us on some Patreon exclusive audio when we've been on the road. We've seen him at the conventions and stuff. And he's an active guy. He knows what it's like to be busy, out and on flights, coordinating. This has to be especially dramatically different for you.
Gabe's a carny.
We put on conventions and stuff, like everything in our company is shut down until early July at the earliest at this point, so nobody really knows what's going on. Luckily, it's a huge company, so like none of us were affected, which is great. But you know, it's just, you know, we're working from home and we're doing our best to coordinate with next shows that are actually going to happen. So it's the dog, but it's just it's nuts. Specifically, it's just the more I think about what this is, and it's you guys are prophets. Like, this is postmodernism. That's exactly what this is. You know, I've been saying I thought we were right on the precipice of postmodernism, but it turns out we were actually right in the doorway. We were in the foyer. We were about to cross the threshold, and now we live a postmodern existence. We do. It's all fake. Yeah, it's all digital. It's unbelievable. I mean, WrestleMania is in a tiny empty room for the first time, and now, without any question, no one can argue now that it used to be better. This is the pinnacle of what wrestling is supposed to be, and it is also the very worst thing. At Penn Station East Coast Subs.
Whoops.
Oh, baby, you wouldn't be the Keep On Dancing show. That's shenanigans.
We reach a very rock bottom of sorts because like I said earlier, this is as bad as it can get. Honestly, outside of the company completely going out of business, but this is really as bad as it can get. Honestly, on Monday night,
Becky Lynch with the 1, 2, 3.
It used to be worse.
What a fantastic, scintillating matchup.
Brett Piper finish.
Yeah. It lays bare just the motives and the
Well as Austin Hart from The Garden.
These days and motivating the decisions Vince McMahon and company have to make. I mean, it's basically like, let's just make sure that cash flow continues to operate. You think when it used to be better, if a pandemic hit the country, that they would have still found a way, come hell or high water, to do their shows in a small little closet somewhere? Are you fucking kidding me? You shut down and you wait for a time when you do a show that's actually received as an event and not received as some kind of morbid, strange surveillance camera curiosity. You shut the fuck down. But now, because the levers are so much different in terms of what motivates them to act, what motivates them to spend, what motivates them to crack whip on the cattle that they call their wrestlers, we realize that it's so kind of a bald-faced profit play. And they're willing to go so much further than I think even we may have been comfortable acknowledging, forcing something out there. Because it's always about opportunism. It's always about taking this massive signal that you should stand down as some kind of weird opportunity. Like, oh, we'll be the only one then. This is hot shit, even if Wrestlemania is in a fucking empty building.
Well, as fans, I think we think about this in a way of like, we think, well, without a crowd, they can't do it. It's Wrestlemania. And all the while is like, even as a fan, these assholes are in their offices.
Your sickness has helped your taker out.
If we still hold this thing, how
get him in his hospital gown.
Can we get? Oh, and you know what else we'll do? We'll call Fight TV and we'll make them charge people to fucking watch it on Fight TV app because the fans are fucking stupid.
They're right. I mean, if they got us by the balls, right? I mean, fans are stupid.
What else are you gonna do? You're gonna sit in the house and you're gonna twiddle your thumbs. You're gonna jerk off times, and then you're gonna watch WrestleMania.
Just a couple? Listen.
Well,
watching fake sports.
There's a couple, right?
At the beginning. You're already fucking stupid.
Oh, for fuck's sakes, is Daniel Bryan on the third match? Or fourth? Whatever the fuck this is.
I'm making money off that. That's giving me money on that. Right.
Jesus Christ, with Drew Gulak as tag team partner. Holy shit. What's going on?
Because how can I sit here? Man, it really opens a window into the soul, right? Because you start asking questions. How can I sit here and say these things and discuss this with you guys? And then all the while, I'm like, yeah, but I'm going to watch it. Maybe do something cool.
That's it. How pathetic. Give me, because I know I'm here anyway, give me a reason to actually respect myself in the morning for taking this kind of time.
These men are catching.
It goes on like that. Obviously, that was my phone call. Yours is a little less positive.
Everybody who's suffering this weekend, I don't think anybody's suffering more than Blake. Blake is the gentleman.
Still
won the auction to join us at Raymond James Stadium. We talked about Gabe earlier. Gabe sort of ended up reaching out to Blake, so they shared the 2 tickets. But Blake went all in. He was ready to go, and we feel for you, Blake, and this is the least we can do is give you some time here, and we're glad to reach you, and we want to know what's on your mind here as WrestleMania 36, such as it is upon us.
Well, don't mind telling you, Coach Ayers, I'm rock hard and ready to go.
Sounds pretty positive to me.
How you boys doing?
I wish Blake would have started talking to you the way that he spoke to me when I called him and he answered the phone, because it was really.
Let's do like the main. Do multiple takes here.
There we go.
Yeah, go ahead, take it.
One.
Okay.
There it is. Nobody other than my wife called me, so I knew when the phone rang.
I missed that flare. Oh, hey, look, it's the MAGA ref.
We'll be glad to be the other person in your life, that's for sure, that fucking cast.
Drake Worst.
Are you in depression? Have you come to terms with the fact that you're sitting home instead of watching pretend fighting with 80,000 other people?
Yeah, I don't want to get heat with Rudy, but I wish I was fucking dead right now. I'm so depressed. I'm wearing my Bumpman gear. I'm trying to feel alive.
There it is. Whole ball game.
Yeah. No coincidences.
I'm wearing my mains Everybody Kicks Out shirt.
That's what happens when you're real, Gizzle.
That's what I was going to wear this weekend. I was going to wear that one of the nights, and then I was going to wear my. I was going to wear another shirt. One night. I was going to wear this.
Wasn't in the stars this year, I guess. Yeah. We'll figure that out down the road sometime.
Look forward to that. Yeah, I mean, Bossman was ordering up shirts, ProWrestlingTees.com. I had shirts, by the way. So looking forward to wearing that Rugby Derby shirt.
Yeah, I know. What a fucking. It's so weird. Like, so much was planned. What a weird turn of events, man. Jesus.
Yeah, it was, man, I'll tell you, I got a little heat in the house for that decision. It was
yeah, there it is.
Definitely last minute pre-show booking there when I went in that Saturday evening and had to try to explain it to the investors the next day. It was.
It's an auction. We don't control the
nothing in life is worthwhile without the pain.
Isn't that true? Let's hear more about that on a WrestleMania 36 weekend. I mean, you're always so good about reminding people, like, there's more to it. It's not just a catchphrase when you say life has pain.
No, it has to hurt, because then you know what? We don't appreciate the good things in our life. All right? We have to suffer. We have to be miserable. If there's nothing, the people who sit out there who act like they're enjoying every aspect of their life, they're fucking phonies. They're fucking fake. Sure. All right? They're just complete bullshit. You know, if you don't feel the hurt inside and maybe outside, if you don't feel that hurt, then nothing is worth it. You need to hurt to succeed. You need to hurt to feel good. That's the reality of it all.
What do you think, Blake?
We deserve to not have WrestleMania.
That's right.
We earned this.
Goddamn.
We took it all for granted. Now we sit here and watch a fucking pirate-themed show.
Yep.
You know, this is the first. I was thinking about this too. This is the first WrestleMania that you and I have not, Jack, you and me, have not been together since I think WrestleMania 31.
It is. Yeah, we did a show kind of like this remotely. Yeah, other than that, we've always come together around WrestleMania. So, Blake, everybody's feeling the pain. That's the point we're trying to make here, Blake.
Hey, we get the world we deserve.
That's right.
Ain't that the truth?
We fucking made our bed, and now we fucking lie in it.
Yep. This is.
I had some deep shit. I was talking with my manager the other day, and he was telling me, like, he said, this is the world's way of taking care of herself. Because they said
it goes on like that. Anyway, the whole point here is that
The Happening is a great movie.
We ended up here where we're watching empty arena WrestleMania, Sami Zayn versus Bryan Danielson.
Daniel
Bryan for the Intercontinental Championship, by the way.
Look, I
didn't even remember this match having taken place.
No, this should be a good match. I got my hair cut at Sports Clips yesterday, and the person looked like Sami fucking Zayn, okay? I
thought it looked like my brother. I thought you said it was my brother who was cutting your hair. Or was that just another patron at the Sport Clips?
No. It's kind of a cross between the two.
Cross? Okay, yeah.
Like if Sami Zayn and your brother had a love child.
Sure. Yeah.
Had
a lot of missing teeth, did he?
Well, no. See, the essence of Sut was more the, like, I saw this man and I said, well, there's a reason he's wearing long sleeves.
Understood. Got it. Sut. Yep.
And then the physical, like, actual look. If Sami Zayn was balder and more freckled, and somehow a little more paler, even. But that is who cut my hair. He called me brother 3 times. The steam towel that I usually enjoy was approximately 350 fucking degrees. I felt my face burning, and I wasn't going to say anything, and I didn't.
Look, man, I think there is a reasonable expectation that when you go to a Sport Clips or a Lady Jane's, that you're getting a woman to cut your hair.
And that's
I think that's reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's a strange thing to believe, and I don't know that I would have stayed once I realized that a dude was going to do my hair at one of those places. I think I would have left.
It just didn't.
I know.
Didn't feel like the right thing to do.
You need to get your fucking haircut. It is what it is.
But also too, as well. And I said that when I got home, and I believe I used the exact phrase, "Not exactly what I was expecting on a Friday afternoon." And
sure.
I was met with, "Well, what were you expecting?" And I was like, "Well, fucking anal and a rim job, like
at least a hand job, yeah."
I said someone that had soft hands and smelled nice, or at least like perfume and cigarettes, like not Spencer, okay, Spencer Zane, as it were. But also,
at least it wasn't Mason.
Jesus, the dipshits around me.
Would you like some pomade? How about some gel? Maybe a little bit of chewing gum. How about a candy bar? You want a shoulder massage?
Just those 6 things today? Nothing else? No gum?
Well,
no mint?
You know, Blake, I'm real happy that you and Gabe found each other. I've been listening to you here.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, if it wasn't for the two of you coming together, I wouldn't have come separately, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah, you would not be, if we didn't have a circle, you wouldn't be in it, I guess.
I'm happy that I'm here, I'll tell you that much. This green couch gets lonely at night, but when you guys finally do record once every month and a half or so, it's nice to take part.
Yeah, well, it's a big money empire. We got to keep it running.
It really is. The $96 a month have been, helpful. They're paying for the new vehicle that Gabe had to get because of that car accident last week. Look, Rick was the cause.
Look, Rick, it's not easy to keep you and the rest of the whack jack packers on payroll around these parts. These are some impressive men.
Yeah, Gabe had to cancel his Sirius XM subscription because they total left the Nissan.
Yeah.
It's real sad. He's upset about it. He doesn't want to. He's got to try to find a new promo so that he can get Howard back in his life. He's watched Private Parts 3 times in the last 6 days.
That's amazing.
I asked you not to talk about that. God, man. Rick's always watching. I have watched Private Parts 3 times in the last 6 days.
I'd watch
it. Fantastic film. Fantastic movie.
Yeah, if I could get my attention span back, I'd totally watch it. I'm working on it. I can get through like half a King of the Hill episode now, so we're getting there.
12 minutes. That's not bad. We'll get you there eventually.
It's all about putting the phone down. That's what heals it.
Man.
That's what heals it. I've done it before, I know. That's it. That phone goes down, you will get back things in your life that once made you happy that don't anymore.
Well, it's the damnedest thing, right? Like we talked about this the other day. I'm reasonably sure Sami Zayn just gets a clean victory over Daniel Bryan here at WrestleMania 36
in an unspectacular match. That sucked.
It did suck, and the fan is still spinning.
Well, the fan. I don't know. I was trying to do something with that pun.
I'm convinced that. At least there's one fan in the arena.
Yeah, there you go.
There it is. Yeah. I'm dealing with what I think is either like I'm grinding my teeth at night, or I've got some kind of TMJ or something's going on with like
DJT
pressure. DJT. That's right. The pressure in my head from like just stress all the time. Like I can feel it in my jaw, and like I don't know what the fuck's wrong with me, but it's not good, and it's well, there's a lot wrong with me, frankly. But
can I ask you this?
Yeah, please.
Have you contemplated having sex with Sasha Banks?
No, but you know what I did contemplate was spending $100 a month to text with her. I'm pretty excited at the prospect of being able to get her phone number and text back and forth. I wonder if she'll do dick ratings like the girls on OnlyFans.
Like, fuck, dude. Like, that's just the most shameless goddamn thing I've ever heard of.
It's absolute insanity. We've got a.
It makes me want to kill myself. Like
a little bit, right? Yeah.
If I put that out to the universe and said, "Hey, I'll text you like twice a week for $100 a month," I would lay in bed at night and think about myself and have a hard time. That's all I'm saying. And I don't. It's not worth. That's not worth that. And like, man, what do these people tell themselves? Is what I'm getting to. Michael.
Shawn Michaels, Razor Ramon. What a fantastic tag team ladder match is coming. My goodness, Kofi Kingston's got rainbow colored hair.
Oh my God, Gabe.
What?
You know, so how long ago did you play that Laps Fan audio? Like,
oh God,
10, 15
minutes ago? Yeah.
I just realized that I had my audio to the Wrestlemania off when that was because I just turned it off because I don't want to hear this shit going. And it just dawned on me there when you were saying that shit. And I'm like, why am I not hearing that? And I'm like, oh, I turned it off. I didn't even fucking notice.
Yeah. Yeah. Why are they coming out individuals? It's a tag team. Like, you got, I think this is done.
No. It was supposed to be a tag. Somebody got hurt. I think they have a singles, don't they?
Wait, so it's a one-on-one match for the tag team champion? Wait.
I think there's more teams. I think there's fucking one guy from, I don't know who the fuck he's partners with, but I don't know. It's like one part of every fucking tag team in this ladder match.
Jeez, what a mess this is. Jesus Christ almighty.
I think they basically took all the tag teams and then pulled out the guys that could have the ladder matches and put them in one. So, no Big E or
what a fantastic
Miz, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Who the fuck is he even partnering? They're the Miz. Champions.
It was him and the Miz got back together and
they got back together.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Well, Jesus I was just Christ. Joking.
Yeah. I wasn't, pal.
Apparently not. At least he kept the logos off the mat.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Like take the bad with the good, I guess, don't you?
Yeah.
Rape. Fine. Logos on the mat. That's a bridge too far.
Well, every man has a code.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out on night 2, but maybe the other guys fight on night 2 for like the Raw belts.
I don't know. Who fucking cares? You got the current WWE World Champion.
Oh, this is maddening. This pisses me off.
And they're just flipping around.
God.
In a quiet room.
I got to tell you, I hate Morrison. I got into an online dispute with a guy like in 2008 about that motherfucker, and I still feel the same exact way. Like, that guy is dog shit and everything that's wrong with wrestling. This fucking cocksucker was trying to tell me how Morrison was everything about what wrestling should become and is becoming and all this, that. And I mean, I was like, I remember he called me an old man yelling at the clouds, and I was like 25 years old. Some dipshit on Operation Sports that had a Steelers profile logo.
Oh, it's Jimmy. It's not Jay, so it's not. It's his twin. Okay.
I don't know which one's which.
Yeah, who cares?
They don't got the chicken skin, brah.
They do not. Oh, Jesus Christ! Hey! I got a question for you, Blake.
Hey, here.
Hey, why are you guys watching this stupid fucking show? What's going on? Hey. There's nobody in the room, and there's a ceiling fan spinning around like it's there. I don't understand what the hell I'm watching. Is this some kind of experiment?
Some kind of what?
Experiment? Some kind of weird thing? Like they put this on just to see how many people are watching, or what?
Well, it's scripted entertainment, you see, and there has to be at least one fan in the room.
I see what you did there. It's the ceiling fan. Okay.
But the fan is specially curved up, you see, because the curved up ends of the blades help prevent the specifics of the COVID-19 virus from spreading. It does not protect against the flu and cold virus, Harry, but against COVID-19 and specifically Magic Johnson AIDS, but not Magic Johnson cancer. That's why Roman was not on the show, you see. I hope that answered your question.
Hey, I can always count on you, Vince. Thank you.
Eyebrows up, Harry.
Jesus Christ almighty. What a mess.
Yeah, this is... I
can't believe that
don't know what
this is real.
I know. It seems very unreal. You got to think these guys got to be scarred for life from doing this. Or it's got to make you just not give a shit about wrestling ever again.
Right? Yeah, like this is real. This is real bad. It's just all bad. Everything about this is bad. It makes me sad. It makes me upset and angry. It's there's no good memories tied to this.
Leave them alone, then.
Yeah.
Well, look.
Say.
We've discussed this, Giz, the yin and the yang, right?
Yeah.
You know, I busted that out at work in a meeting. I pulled an impromptu meeting with my people like 3 days ago, and I said, fucking bullshit's over. Like, look, whatever's like, and I gave them the speech about how I want them to use their best judgment and I trust them to make good decisions when decisions need to be made. And if they don't, then, you know, they need to trust me that I'll make the right decisions, that, you know, I'm not going to chop their fucking heads off if it's not something to chop their head off over. And, you know, and then I tried to show them that. But anyway, I said, you know, I'm coming to figure out in my 4th decade that it's all about the fucking yin and the yang. And yes, I said, fuck, I cuss like a sailor in front and more than I should. It's not ever going to stop. And I'm like, you know, I said, we see it here all the time. Anything we try to do, and we're not going to do this, and it always fucking blows up. It's because everything is just about that balance. Anything you take in this one direction is going to come back in the other, and it's going to go vice versa, and the ball's going to swing back and forth, and it's all going to be contained in there. You're never going to bust out of it like you want to. So whatever progress you make here, something else is going to come out over here. And, you know, so anyway, the yin and the yang, the pain of this, the shit of this. This is what it took for the Jersey dyad to come to fruition.
Jesus Christ. It's really interesting the way that over the years we've kind of discovered the similarities that we share. It's interesting because, and I keep saying that, but ultimately, you find these sort of shared experiences with some other people in your life as you go, and as they come in and out of your life, and you figure these things out. That a lot of the shared experiences that you have with other people are due to whether it's proximity in age or similarity of, because you experienced things similarly in the way you were raised or what you were watching on television at a certain point in time, all those things. What you sometimes don't understand is that our individual experiences aren't as individual as they seem. That's the point that I'm getting to, is that there's we like to talk about the simulation, but the reality is that there's just one, right, that we're experiencing at the same time, and there's probably a lot more people just like us out there. We just happen to find the ones that we're supposed to, I think, and that's the thesis of that long drawn out statement that probably rambled a little bit too much, but I think you understand what I'm talking about.
It's like Mr. Lamar said, every person is a version of yourself.
Fucking A, right? There you go. That's what it comes down to, is finding yourself in other people.
Yeah, right? Baby, that's what I said. That's what I said, baby. I'm gonna keep on dancing, Joe. Hey, Asuka, I find myself in you. Oh, baby.
I found myself in Chad Ream last weekend.
Oh, boy. Did he survive?
Well, I mean, it depends on what your definition of survival is, I guess.
Brain activity and a heartbeat?
Oh, well, yeah, no, I didn't juice him or nothing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's how I define it.
He juiced me.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean, though. I'm not talking about he didn't kill me or nothing. I mean,
right. Yeah.
I mean, he made me ejaculate inside of him.
Okay. I think, yeah, they call that coming.
On the Keep On Dancing show.
Oh, thanks, Rick. I appreciate you getting on the gimmick. Did you look him in the eyes?
I'll tell you what I saw. He
please do.
You know those those earrings that some men would get in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
That are like, I don't know, they're curved, but they don't come to a point. They don't come together at the bottom. They're kind of like they're hoops, but they're not closed, and they got little balls at the bottom that kind of look like horseshoes.
Yeah, Spencer at Sports Clips has them.
Yeah, did he really? So does Chad Ring. Chad, he looks good with them on, though, and he got them blonde highlights in his hair.
Sure,
and he
yeah.
wears them barbells. I think that's what they call them. They're like horseshoe barbells.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, I mean, just talking about it right now, I'm semi-erect, rigid. Just thinking about it. I mean,
I'm fully.
It's gonna be a good night once Gabe goes to bed tonight. Woo!
I'm fully uncomfortable. You're telling me you're gonna jerk off? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean, see, I didn't tell Gabe or nothing, but I gave Chad a key to the outside, the window, so he could get into the bedrooms downstairs.
That could be a problem for Gabe.
Yeah, it'll be okay. I think Chad's more trustworthy now than he was when he was younger. So
sure,
he's an Eagle Scout,
No hard feelings, right?
He's an Eagle Scout. Yeah. So he's got we all make mistakes.
Right, yeah.
And Chad's big mistake was putting his tiny erect penis in Gabe's face.
Right. So let's put him around a bunch of kids. Yeah. Bunch of tinies.
I'm gonna go sweep the basement before we log off for the night, I'm afraid.
Well, I'm
Christ.
gonna go and get me some tiny jelly beans. Well,
Well,
god damn.
I do like a jelly bean casserole. Nancy?
You know, I can tell you're starting to wear off on Rick because he says it'll be okay. You know, just because he doesn't want to deal with it, or think about it. It'll be fine. It'll be okay. 'Cause, I'm not dead, so everything's been okay and fine to this point. I don't think this will kill me. So no, it'll probably be fine. Yeah, no, it's gonna be awful. It's gonna be terrible. It's gonna suck. And, yeah, we'll have to get a hold of like maybe even new life. But no, it'll be okay. Yeah, we'll just let the child molester in the basement. It stuck his tiny penis in Gabe's face when he was a kid, and I'll be fine on the program. Yeah,
Well, you understand, Blake, that
I do.
that mentality came directly from you, and
Me?
so
Me?
you're the
Oh,
godfather of
See?
all of this.
This is how this happens.
Everything's fine.
See, this is
It's
what
all
happens.
fine.
This is what happens when calibration gets uncalibrated.
That's it. That's it.
See,
There
Gabe-
is no such thing as calibration.
Exactly. I was about to say, Gabe's a man of extremes. You see, is if you don't know, he likes to win money. He likes to play games. He likes to just leave things to chance from time to time. It's about riding life on the end of a lightning bolt, I believe. And
Fucker.
so you
God
take
damn it.
folks like that, and then they take a solid philosophy and they just butt fuck the shit out of it to death, and it'll become a puddle eventually.
Butt fuck the shit out of the philosophy until it becomes a puddle.
Yeah. I watched G.I. Joe where those where those things all melted, the synthoids, the other day, and I got that stuck in my head.
That's good. That's good. Hey kid, stop all the downloading.
I'm a
computer.
G.I. Joe was, well, probably not my first, but I say E.T. was my first, but G.I. Joe was real. I was like, it's amazing that I didn't become a goddamn war machine with what I grew up on. Rambo, G.I. Joe, Commando, like I was into all that fucking shit.
Well, yeah, it is kind of amazing, isn't it? You're in the South, all of those influences, like the fact that you're not a dyed in the cloth fucking Roman numeral 3 tattoo on your shoulder, "We the People" in giant script on the back of your fucking Ford Explorer, "Don't tread on me" flag in your front yard, fucking isn't a miracle, my friend.
You know what I'd like to say or think about, but I don't think it's true if I'm being honest, because I'd like to say yes. I mean, you're correct about all those things, but yeah, not because I'm some fucking paragon of virtue.
Huh.
I think it's probably because at my very heart and my very nature is in me at my core to be, I don't know if anti-authority is the right word, or contrarian, or against I'm going to take the stance again of the underdog against, like that.
And where you are, the underdog is that the opposite of that. I get it. Yep.
Yeah,
makes a lot of sense.
I think that's probably what is at the heart of it, from a level I can't control.
It's interesting. Mine's the opposite. It's because my dad was a union guy his entire life, union mechanic, and so he voted straight Democratic ticket. My mom was a school teacher, so she was a liberal, and like the town that I grew up in, Jesus Christ, man, you don't get more conservative and bullshit than that. But like, I just lucked out on having parents. I'm pretty sure that if I had if I had Republican asshole parents, I'd be a real Republican asshole, which makes me sad. But it's that's the truth. I'm just thankful that I didn't.
Yes, like it's funny because my mom's out here and we were actually talking about this because we were trying to figure out last night about who, like, we were all talking about our first elections or whatever. Hers was LBJ and Barry Goldwater.
Goldwater, yeah, holy shit.
We were trying to figure out who he ran against, and look, quite the bloodbath. I believe that is a landslide, folks. Okay,
49 to 1. Yeah,
go look that fucking thing up. Like,
yeah.
Goldwater got like 5 states.
Oh, okay.
He got 5 in the South, and I think like Arizona or something. Pretty sure he's from California. Didn't even get his own fucking state. But yeah, Johnson got like 60% of the popular vote. It was pretty massive. Anyway, and yeah, she's always pretty much been Democrat, like whatever voted, or not that, I don't know, not that my mom's political views should be listened to, trust her, because she's just regurgitating shit she's heard, like, but her heart's in the right place. And that's the other thing too, at the end of the day, like, all this shit to me basically just comes down to human rights, and it's about people. And well, one side handles that better than the others, and it's not fucking close. So there's that. So that's the reality of it. But yeah, my nature just in that environment. Also, too, we've come to learn that the masses are generally wrong a lot of the time, and that kind of viewpoint causes you to look at the masses as the kind of a what's the word I'm looking for? Not a critiquing viewpoint, maybe, and you learn a hell of a lot of shit of what not to do and how not to be, and what not necessarily like things you should do or should be or be this or that. But it's like, this is fucking wrong, and this is fucking wrong, and this is wrong. But I don't have all the answers, but I know these are not the answers. Like now, like, I don't know what this sucks ass. Fuck this. This
so just garbage.
It's like today, I don't know what the answers are. I don't have the fucking answers. I'm not here to tell you that the Democrats or the left are fucking right about everything. What I'm here to tell you is that this is the worst fucking shit we've ever had, and it shouldn't exist, and it shouldn't be around. That's where I'm at. Like, so let's focus on that. When these people fucking, all they do is come at you with Clinton this, Obama that, Biden that, and it's like, no, I'm not talking about Donald fucking Trump. But anyway, the South is full of a lot of dumbasses. Me and mine. They spread like wildfire too.
Yeah, John Morrison wins this match, by the way.
It's because they fucking all the kids down there, baby. I'm from Memphis. I know. I didn't fuck no kids. I just fucked them Asian girls. They look like kids.
Your buddy Jerry likes them young, doesn't he?
Who are you talking about? You talking about my buddy Jerry Santos?
Jerry Lawler.
Oh, the king?
Yeah.
He's the king of Memphis, baby.
Uh-huh.
He ain't the king of dancing, though.
Does he have sex with young kids?
I don't know, baby. I don't know about that. I've been with Terry.
Pleading the fifth there.
No. Blake drinks a fifth. He drank a fifth of Jack Daniels. He tell you that story, baby. I gotta go dance. What's that, Terry? I'll be right there, baby. I gotta go help Terry stretch his back. He's stuck on the fucking toilet again.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh boy, this is there's Drew. Oh yeah, speaking of some memories from past, I went back into my Twitter DMs, as I've shared with the coach chairs over the years, from February 1st of 2020, the night of the auction. The first note, congrats, we're psyched. Drop that cake in thelapsfan@gmail.com. And we are very much on our way. So, send the money. And I said, I might need JP's dad to pay Virgil off to kill my wife. Can that be arranged? Oh, and then this is as I get drunk here. I say, just fucking around. Let me know when you guys get the cheddar. Looking forward to the mains. Drew can be our new Luger Hogan. As a 38-year-old man, I can't wait to be a small Italian boy. I hope you understand my reference. I could explain it because
you need to explain it because I don't want to have to do it for you.
Well, JP's an Italian,
sure,
as he's discussed on the show, and he was always talking about how Luger was going to be his new Hogan, and this was Drew's WrestleMania where he was going to go over Brock and Brock was a beast. He ended the streak, for God's sakes, and Drew was going to be the new Hogan. So I was kind of making a smart ass point about, like the guy from 3MB is the new Hulk Hogan. That's where we're at. So anyway, and then Jack, yes, Drew will be our hero. Do you know who you're taking yet? And then this is where it just goes off the rails, and I don't even know what I'm thinking with this. I said, I'm sorry, young man. Gene is lying to you. This pay-per-view won't be available for 3 weeks. It's got to be something that was referenced on the show about the fucking...
Gotta be.
Because Gene says something... I remember Boss saying something about how Gene, said something about Ev on pay-per-view, and maybe Boss calls the cable company or something, and they tell him it's not on for 3 more weeks. Something like that.
Okay.
That's my only guess. But anyway. And then I said, someone put that cigarette out. That's about it. So good times. And I also have a screenshot of the refund on there as well, if you need that for any of your tax purposes.
No, I think we're good.
Hey man, can I speak up for a second? Because I heard,
would you?
I heard taxes come up, and I like to come up even though it's May 3rd here, and we've got at least another 348, maybe 47 days till next tax year. But you can never hold on to too many receipts, man, because you never know when you're going to need those receipts and they're going to come up. I mean, I know some people, like your co-host there, he keeps receipts for he's got something go back 35 years, and that boy was single digits in, man. And that's all I'm saying is receipts can be a powerful thing because you never know when they're going to get cashed in, man. So just keep keep the mud off your shoes and make sure you always got a shovel and rope, dude.
Is that Credence? Thank you for stopping by. I was wondering. I was expecting an email from you.
Roll on that.
You had mentioned that you might have some work for me, and then you just kind of ghosted me on it. So I was wondering if there was something that I might have done wrong in the past that upset you in some way, and that's why I didn't hear from you.
Oh man, how's dad life, man?
Got it. So we were watching this year WrestleMania 36's package of Seth Rollins.
The Messiah.
I do not remember this fucking faction that he had put together with Toka and Razor and Buddy Matthews as a group around him. I don't remember that at all.
This is when he was the Monday Night Messiah.
I mean, clearly, yeah, I see that, but I didn't remember him having a faction.
They were like his
After
disciples.
the Triple H bullshit. Yeah, no, I didn't remember.
Yeah, Buddy was his disciple. I'm pretty sure that him and Buddy might have had a match at a Raw that I went to.
Neat.
Mm-hmm.
Occam and Razar, is that their names? I just think of them as the turtle and the werewolf from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movies, Toka and Razor.
The hand that rocks the cradle, from the cradle to the grave. The Wall Street Journal, Gabe. I am Precious Paul Ellering.
Until the Wall Street Journal thing, I had no idea what we were doing there. That was really very good, actually. We got Kevin Owens here versus Seth Rollins.
Have you seen my daughter's tits, Gabe?
I've not. No. Mr. Ellering. Rachel, I hear, is a very lovely young woman. Oh, boy.
We must seek out the non-compliant. We must find the flaws in the system. Who wrote that, you think?
Britt Baker.
Man, she disappeared. Look, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
I never really thought about this till now, but after giving it 10 seconds of thought, I know it to be fucking true. On a scale of 1 to 10, in the sense of enjoyment, how much enjoyment do you think that Vince got being up at like fucking 1:30 in the morning, writing all that contrived horse shit, like semantic laced bullshit about all his wordplay, his words he wants to get, the indicate the flaws of the system and dismantle from the inside due to the authorities, whatever. Like, he's sitting there for hours and just like writing out little bits. And yeah, is that what it's all about for him?
I mean, at this point, of course, that's what it's all about for him. There is nothing else.
Yeah.
It's,
I mean, shitting on heads. There's that.
Certainly that.
Kind of a step up.
But there's that, and there's shitting on heads.
That's it. Yeah.
Right? And he's writing all of that shit in between shits.
You know why? Do you understand why we had to listen to that?
No. Tell me why.
Because he's an insecure fucking redneck from North Carolina. Okay? He has to prove how goddamn smart he is, so he uses these fucking words and crams them. Like, don't micromanage the words that come out of people's fucking mouths. Your announcers. Those men are goddamn paid professionals to know how to fucking talk. Okay? You should be able to have a conversation with them and say, hey, I want you to get this and this and this and this over and do this like this or this like that. And that's it. And they go, got it.
Say it. God damn it.
Like, those men should only have somebody getting in their fucking ear if, like, something went wrong or something and they got to, like, redirect or, like, the world suffers at the hands of insecure men who obtain power is what I'm trying to get to. And I would love to stop that.
Yeah, will that ever stop? There's the question.
No, because they're drawn to it. Like,
well, there's a with one of my more favorite little tidbits from Seinfeld. Is that there's a conversation that George and Jerry are having out on the street about presidents that had full beards.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And Jerry says, he says, when's the last time a president had a full beard? Who was it? And George says, Artemis N. Falkmore. And Jerry goes, like, you know, kind of like, what? And George says, he's not a president, but it sounds like a president, right? And Jerry says, yeah, you know what? It seems the badly named are drawn to the presidency. And George says it's because they go through their lives feeling so self-conscious they seek out that kind of power because of the world frowns upon them because of their name. And it's really, really prescient, actually.
Yeah.
When you think about it, I bet there's something to the idea that Barack Obama absolutely hated growing up as Barack Obama, and it made him feel very, very insecure.
You know, Gabe, when I was 18, my friends called me Donald Trump. When Barack Obama was 18, his friends called him Barry Cioto. That's pretty weird. I saw that direct quote one time, and it burned in my memory, and I just got the chance to use it. I had to. Thank you.
Pretty good. Yeah. Barry Cioto.
Weird. He put the weird at the end. It's on Twitter. It's a tweet from like 2012.
Of course it is.
It's fucking amazing.
Artemis N. Falkmore.
Well, yeah, it makes me think of Millard Fillmore.
Millard Fillmore, yep. Absolutely. There's a lot of really strange names that have been president. And
Ulysses.
Yeah.
Yep. Woodrow. That's not very normal.
Calvin.
Lyndon.
I work with a Calvin. Stupid piece of shit.
Keep on shining. G money. Yeah. Want a cock?
Fantastic. Jesus Christ. Like, this is so... Like, this match in front of a crowd might actually be pretty good, but it's absolutely terrible.
Do you remember what happens?
No.
No, fuck.
Do you?
Yeah.
How do you remember?
I remember this part.
Jesus.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of got an unhealthy hatred for Kevin Owens, so a lot of shit he does sticks with me.
I don't dislike Kevin Owens. I think it's probably because he's a fat guy with a beard like me.
It's the same thing as Punk.
Oh, is it?
I see too much of myself in there that I don't like.
Yeah, all right, that's fair. The Monday Night Messiah just kicked out at 2.
I see none of myself in the Monday Night Messiah, and I fully hate him, so I'll tell you that.
Yeah, well, there's that, I guess.
Colby from Davenport.
Go fix your fucking Twitter right now.
Do you think...
Remember that?
No.
When he put the NXT girl that he was dating put his dick on the internet?
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I saw the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Looked like a good 6 inches.
Yeah, good 6 inches. Artemis N. Falkmore, 6.5.
Shit, Artemis was hung like a fucking donkey.
No shit.
He cleaned their teeth out from the back end.
Hey, I bought this minivan.
Fuck it, Gabe. I heard you bought a minivan.
You ever drive a minivan before?
Yeah, I mean, I've driven one.
Yeah,
sure.
I like it. I like it, actually. It's you got this captain's chair.
Yeah.
I got more room than I've had in any vehicle I've ever owned.
Sure,
and,
absolutely.
I'm a giant human being, and this thing is just fucking wonderful. My knee doesn't even butt up against the fucking dashboard the way it has in every vehicle that I've been in for the last 20 years. So that's nice. We turned the kid's car seat around, so she's facing forward now.
Oh yeah, you got to get
So
that.
she really got a kick out of that because she was looking out the front window and clapping and cheering and laughing and shit. So that was a nice little thing today. But we as a family drove to Grand Rapids today and went to Trader Joe's.
Oh,
as
okay.
we do every 2 weeks or so.
Sure.
Because I do appreciate the Asian food at Trader Joe's. If you have not been to Trader Joe's, oh man, they got quite a selection of frozen delights, and it makes a real easy dinner most nights. Having the Chinese food or the Asian food from Trader Joe's. Lots of good options there.
They got
a lot of dumplings.
They got the cream and some young guy.
No, he's staying in the basement tonight, from what I understand.
Keep on dancing on the keep on dancing, Joe. These men emoting just is too fucking much.
It's just everything is just it's quiet except for this is just it's so surreal, and I talked about it on that interview when I was on with them about it being postmodern. It's just everything is uncomfortable. Watching it is uncomfortable. Listening to it is uncomfortable. Like this, I think. Tell me what you think about this.
Mm-hmm.
I think the way that we feel right now watching this is how we should feel when we watch wrestling, and we don't feel that way most of the time.
That's very.
This is what the normals feel when they watch it, even with a crowd.
Yes, that's very, very much on the money. I would agree with that. That's an astute point, Gizzle. That's why we keep you on payroll. That's why you get half of that $96 a month.
Love that money.
Jesus.
That's it? Seriously, that was the end of the match? Jesus Christ.
Well, it's not over yet. They got to make the moment.
Oh yeah, WrestleMania moment is on the way. I forget. Is this where Kevin Owens puts him on his shoulders and then the fan blades cut off Seth Rollins' head? And the blood goes everywhere?
And then
now I remember.
They put him in Piper's Pit, and 3 days later he comes back to life.
Monday Night Messiah. I remember now. That makes sense.
Try to tell us we're not professionals. Pulled that out of my fucking ass. Piper's Pit, man. Come on.
Wonderful.
You put Jesus in my pit, no funny business. I'm a man's man. We're not going to do any of that.
No funny business, no sir.
It's all dry. Nothing wet with me and the Lord. I very much dislike the length of his beard.
Those weren't the actions of a god, they were the actions of a little bitch.
He's too close to a gnome.
He does look very gnomish. It's like a dwarf. Like something from Lord of the Rings, yes.
I gotta tell you, the beard culture is just gonna be a black eye on time looks back on fucking God. The gnome beards are just out of hand. And I say that as a guy with a beard, but for fuck's sake, like, you can't do a gnome. You at least keep yours managed. It's a full.
I didn't used to.
I've never seen you look like a gnome.
Lifetime ago. Oh shit. Let me see if I can find the picture.
No, don't. I don't want to see it. It will taint my perception of you. Don't give it to me. All right? I will never see you as a gnome. And you're still looking at your fucking phone. You're not listening to me.
Let's see.
I've got enough horrid images in this brain. I don't need a gnome, Gabe.
Enough horrid images in this brain, he said. Oh, you poor thing.
I've seen Colby Lopez's cock. By the way, we ran my son off. It was too noisy in here. That's not too terrible, but
No, it's just me and Kevin Owens.
yeah, it is. It's you and Owens, isn't it?
Look, it's like he's taking a picture with me.
I know. I was gonna say it's you are so much larger than him.
You want to? What's even better is this one.
Is that Keith Lee?
It's Keith Lee.
Jesus.
And he's taking a picture with me.
Boy, we missed an opportunity.
I remember it like it was yesterday because we walked in there and he looks me up and down and goes like that because he wanted to look bigger.
Look, if you and I would have grown up together, we would have been Arquette and Khan from Ready to Rumble.
Yes.
I would have been your fucking manager. I would have got you in the business.
Good.
I would have figured out a way to exploit your ass and get you in the fucking ring.
Somebody needed to. Absolutely.
And I would have managed you. I would have taken care of you. I mean, I would have exploited you to like your detriment. I mean, physically, yes, and
yeah.
Your heart thing.
This is my dad.
I haven't seen that picture now. Kind of looks like JR there.
He does a little bit, yeah. Oh, there's a good one. That's Mom and Dad and Gabe and Billy.
Yep, before he started pitching. Oh, what you sow. We have don't forget this is what gave us the enhanced audio as well.
God.
Led to the era of Reigns.
Yep. There I am with David Arquette at StarCast.
Oh boy. Is that Kanye West next? Oh no. Boy, you got a tan. Must have been sunny in northwestern Indiana that summer.
I was living in Connecticut at the time.
Yeah, it's fine. Here comes your moment.
Oh, here we go. Very excited about it. Oh, there you go.
Oh, hey, man. Let's get them taxes done. Who's that in the back with the glasses?
That's Andy.
Looks like Kid Rock.
Yep. How's this for a WrestleMania moment? Off the sign.
Yeah.
There you go. That's what you remember?
I remember jumping off the sign, yeah. Just because
marketing works. WrestleMania moments.
Just because it was... I mean, I think the reason I remember it mostly is because it was so obvious to me when I saw that goddamn massive sign sitting there on the ground like that.
Somebody was going to jump off of it.
Yeah, somebody's jumping off of that fucking thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
It was like right behind the announce table too.
It fucking sounded like he's vomiting.
Oh, baby. No, that's what Honky sounds like when he ejaculates.
Really?
It's very painful.
I saw Honky the other day. I sent it over to Blake, Jimmy, a video of Honky talking about how Rick Rude injected Viagra directly into his penis. Is that something that actually happened? Is that something you're familiar with?
No, baby, that's with Terry.
Oh, okay.
I think Honky might be getting two stories mixed up and mixing them together. It's because of all the cocaine. He's so cool, cocky, and bad, but he's also got a cocaine habit, baby.
Yeah, of course. Oh, stunner.
Fuck him. I hate
that he does it.
Yeah.
It makes me very upset. Did you see, speaking of stunners, did you see Austin on Ariel Helwani's show, the clips of the interview that he did with him, or no? So, I don't know what's going on with Austin, but I have a feeling that Austin was actually drunk at WrestleMania.
Yeah, he seemed kind of a little off. Because he hit all that shit.
Yeah, when he wrecked the fucking four-wheeler.
Uh-huh.
Because, like, during this interview, he did. It was so clear, and you go back and watch some of the clips, you'll see what I mean. He does not want to be there. He does not want to be talking to this guy. Like, he's disinterested. Like, I think he's like legitimately like out there. He was doing it as like damage control because like Nick Khan said to him, "You have to do this." Like, it was weird. Like,
Yeah.
Well, there's something up. Something weird's going on there.
I mean, when he came out and talked or whatever, like, I kind of chalked it up too, just like he's getting fucking old, but he sounded a little old, but too, he could have been drunk. And then I saw that he fucking wrecked the goddamn thing 2 times, and I was like, oh, I said he was, that's what I said to myself. I'm like, well, he's probably fucking drunk and drove that thing into the deal. But I mean, were we expecting something different out of this man? I thought that's what we wanted out of Steve.
Yeah, the expectation thing's interesting, isn't it?
Like, that's Stone Cold, right? Can't get mad at him. Can't get mad at Rick. Can you get mad at Rick?
Time marches on, right? And I think a lot of the discomfort that I have from watching him be uncomfortable in front of the camera, is about me not wanting to give up the version of him that I do love.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, him and Brett doing the WrestleMania 13 thing this year, and like, it's that archetype thing, right? Where it's like there's this version of this human being that you hold in such regard, and then all of a sudden it's not enough.
You know what? You know what I thought of when you did this?
What?
The helicopter light coming down on him when it's chasing him down the fucking highway because the cops are chasing him from beating Deborah's ass.
That's pretty good.
That's the Steve I think about more often than not now.
Rest in peace, Mongo, by the way.
Mivrin Mongo passed. Oh God. I truly like. I think Steve might be the best of all these guys of hiding who he really is.
I think you're probably right about that. I mean, we know that he beat the shit out of her a couple times, at least. And he probably beat the shit out of the blonde, the Lady Frost, or whatever the fuck her name was.
Oh, Lady Blossom.
Lady Blossom. I'm sure he beat the shit out of her too. And it's somewhere, I'm sure.
It didn't just happen.
Police report somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure that when he was younger and on steroids, he wasn't more docile.
Yeah.
I think, but, too, also that comes with that as well, I think there's a self-awareness and a recognition, and that is why he has placed his ass out in the middle of fucking nowhere to be away from Pete, because, he knows who he is. There's a reason he was watching those serial killer fucking things at, midnight, trying to come up with his gimmick and Fang McFrost and all that bullshit or whatever. But he heard whoever it was talking, and that's where he got the Stone Cold character. And I've been watching serial killer gimmicks all goddamn night. And it's like, yes, because, it's Natural Born Killers, Woody Harrelson. That was it.
Yep.
It's all there. We all show you who we are. We just choose to believe it or not, or tell, that's not real, they're just joking, or they're just a character, or they're just this or that or whatever. It's like, you see it enough, all you gotta do is be honest with yourself and you can figure it out.
Austin married his high school girlfriend Catherine Burris on November 24th, 1990. However, he later pursued a relationship with English wrestling manager Jeannie Clark, with whom he was working. His marriage to Burris was annulled August 7th, 1992, while he was in Japan.
Jesus
and he married
Christ.
Clark December 18th on his 28th birthday. He had 2 daughters, Stephanie and Cassidy, before divorcing May 10th, 1999. Austin also adopted Clark's daughter Jade from a previous relationship with Chris Adams. In 2010,
Killed by
Austin became
Boo
a
Ray.
grandfather for the first time when Jade gave birth to a son. Since then, Jade has had 2 more children with her husband, British independent wrestler Adam Bernarski, who died in 2022 at age 41. On September 13th, 2000, Austin married wrestling manager Deborah Marshall. On June 15th, 2002, Marshall called the police to the couple's home. She told officers that Austin had hit her and then stormed out of the house. An arrest warrant was issued by the Bexar County District Attorney's Office, and Austin turned himself in the following day, at which point he was charged with domestic abuse. He pleaded no contest and was given a year's probation, a $1,000 fine, in order to carry out 80 hours of community service.
What was the year on that again?
2002.
Not just the year, the specific date.
August 12th.
So
2002.
This is about.
I'm sorry, June 15th, 2002.
Okay, so this is like a week or so after he takes his ball and goes home. Interesting, as Elon says.
In 2007, Marshall told Fox News that WWE knew of the abuse, but worked to keep her from revealing that Austin had hit her, as it would cost the company millions of dollars. Austin responded to the incident in 2003 through WWE Raw magazine, citing his regret over their relationship breaking down and stating his love for Marshall. He also ridiculed allegations that the incident was alcohol-related.
Sure, yeah.
He filed for divorce from Marshall July 22nd, 2002, which was finalized February 3rd, 2003.
Right before he came back. No way out. Jesus Christ.
In 2007, the Wrestling Observer newsletter reported Austin had legally changed his name to Steve Austin.
These fucking guys.
In late 2009, Austin married his 4th wife, Kristen Ferris. In 2014, Austin voiced support for same-sex marriage on his podcast. The same year, he also released his beer, Broken Skull IPA. In March 2022, they released another collaboration. The beers are distributed in 35 states. Austin has owned 2 large ranches.
Oh, boy.
The Broken Skull Ranch 2.0 is in Gardnerville, Nevada. Doesn't look like he's at least he hasn't beaten his current wife and gotten arrested for it, at least.
Well,
so there's that.
We'll see.
Braun Strowman is going to wrestle here for the Universal Championship. It appears that Braun actually lost his job this week. He got released. Yep.
I thought they just started to push him again.
Yep, they did.
Jesus fucking Christ. How many times are they gonna... This guy's a fucking mess.
He's got to control his narrative, you understand?
God, he's such a train wreck. Look at the beard. He never belonged in this spot. It's ridiculous that he got it.
Oh my God, he's fighting Goldberg?
Yes.
Jesus Christ, what is going on?
It's supposed to be
Roman. What world are we living in here?
It's supposed to be Roman. Roman's got the magic cancer. He can't come to the pandemic.
Oh, that's right. The fucking... See, this whole time, I just thought you were being funny with the magic cancer. No, it's the leukemia.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Come on, pal.
Eyebrows up. Fuck.
Oh, boy.
Just got a little steam bath on his way out here.
Look at that beard. Great.
Whisker Biscuit. That's what we called him. The Whisker Biscuit.
I thought he was coming back to fight Gunther.
I think that's what this Pat McAfee thing's setting up.
Oh.
I think Goldberg's going to show up at Backlash and help Pat McAfee.
Is Pat McAfee wrestling Gunther?
Yes, he is.
Great.
Because Gunther came out and tried to choke Michael Cole, and Pat McAfee decided to punch Gunther in the face. And instead, Gunther choked out Pat McAfee, and you would have enjoyed seeing that. It's actually pretty good.
I would like him to choke both those men to climax.
Choke them to climax.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you brought that up, Blake.
Thanks, Rick. I'm glad you came by. You kind of look like a Braun Strowman fan, Rick.
And he's a big man, I gotta tell you. You know what I don't like? I don't like the way that his hair's shaved and he's got a ponytail.
Uh-huh.
It's like, I don't know, man. Pick one haircut or another. You don't have to have both at the same time.
Just greedy.
Okay.
God, I hate Bill Goldberg. I never liked him.
Never?
Never.
Really? You didn't buy into it at all, huh?
I remember in high school arguing with my gym teacher / football coach about Goldberg and Austin, and I would just tell him Goldberg was an Austin ripoff, and which he wasn't really as time went on, but other than the shaved head. It is just like, I mean, the black tights, I guess, but he looked like a jacked up Austin, but that's where it ended.
Yeah, that's where it ended. It's the black tights.
I just, I don't know. It's kind of everything that I'm not really all about. The guy, he didn't really give a fuck about it. It was pretty clear, and he knew what was going to happen in his fucking match, and I remember being like, this guy has like 3-minute matches. This isn't great.
Yeah, I loved it. I was like on the edge of my seat every week for the matches. I enjoyed it quite a bit. But I was also, again, it comes back to the same thing. We talk about this a lot. You had a couple of years on me.
Yeah,
you had 2 years on me, and it's just right on that edge between like thinking everything sucks and loving everything.
Yeah, it's a big gap. Very, especially in this period of the business. Like looking at the last 25 years and then looking at how like the 80s to 90s progressed is just baffling to me. Like, how did we get to this point where we have all these advancements and everything and all these reasons, and now things look the same for 20 fucking years? They should have looked the same before when everything was dog shit and you're doing stuff with a fucking string and tin can. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Now it's fucking, you turn on Netflix on Monday night and it's like, it is so rote. Everything is exactly the same over and over and over again. Braun Strowman just won the Universal Championship.
Wonderful.
In a squash match over Goldberg. I thought this was the main event, but apparently it's not.
Oh, no. You don't know where we're going?
I don't have a fucking clue what's next.
Oh, yes. Amazing. You done it now.
Wait. Is this Cena and The Fiend?
No, that's tomorrow night.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, no. Oh, no. You said, you done it now.
Hey, man. Hey, man. You remember when I told you to get them shovels? Get them shovels out, man, because we ain't doing taxes, but we going to go to the other place. It's a certainty in life, the graveyard, because it's about death and taxes.
We've gone and made a big mistake, Blake.
This is it. I wonder if they paid the money and they got the Metallica song forever.
Ooh, good point. I wonder.
Knowing them, probably not.
Probably not.
It's like if you watch WrestleMania 27, I don't think you didn't used to anyway. I don't know. I haven't tried to watch that in 13 years. But the fucking Triple H comes out to For Whom the Bell Tolls.
Yeah. Did you watch the entirety of Triple H's speech at the Hall of Fame?
I didn't watch any of it.
I didn't either.
Wait. I saw
I
a
didn't watch
clip,
any
maybe.
of it.
I don't know if I saw a clip or something.
I watched. I
didn't watch
at Babs's. I was at Babs's house, and I watched. Who was first? Who did they? Oh, Luger, and I got through about 10 minutes of Mrs. Taker, and I couldn't watch anymore. I turned it off, and I didn't go back and watch any of it.
Yeah, I think I watched Lugs, and then they put Kamala in the Legacy thing, and I got pissed, and I fast forward, and I think I watched Steve and Brett, and I did listen to some of Triple H now that I think about it, because I remember rolling my eyes at how everything was like a goddamn it's just so fucking like backhanded with him. WWE Performance Center.
Yeah, that didn't happen because the next year, in 21, they went back to Tampa. They were at Raymond James.
Yep, they went back to
and then
Tampa.
In 22, they did California, right?
Yep. Yeah, they go back to, I guess, make good on whatever, but now we go to the, yeah, baby, that's what I used to call my place down in Memphis. I call that the Boneyard, too. But
Did you?
That's because I do a lot of bone smuggling, if you know what I mean. I'm going to keep on.
I don't know what you mean. What do you mean?
I mean, I'm taking my boner and I'm putting in women pussies and assholes in their mouths, too. I'm going to keep on dancing, Joe. Hey, that's Alan Jacob Styles, or whatever the fuck his name is. Alan Joe. Alan James.
Alan Jones. James. Johns.
Alan Jaworski.
There you go. You know, he believes the earth is flat, Jimmy. What do you think about that?
You know what ain't flat?
What's that?
Asuka's ass.
Time is a flat circle.
Well,
you know about those, don't you?
I suppose that is true. Anything we have done or will do, we have done or will do forever.
It's the yin and the yang, you know.
That's what Terry's always talking about, brother.
All I know is that at the end of the day, there's the idea that you know, school choice and vouchers are very important, and you know, you got to keep the kids away from the woke mob and agenda.
Well, look, I mean, it's clear to see in a lot of these states, such as Tennessee, Mississippi, Texas, Oklahoma, the liberal-run governments have ran these states into the goddamn ground, and it's just enough's enough. It's time to get the woke out of there, you know. Out of these states that haven't voted for a fucking Democrat in probably 80 years, but that's neither here nor there. I'm not sure who you're mad at, but maybe it's not the right people. Look at this shit. This was on that one Austin came out on. I remember that because I remember his hat coming off.
Goofy fucking ponytail.
Uh-huh.
God damn. This man. I'm so thankful that we haven't seen more of this bullshit. You think he's going to do it again?
Who, Taker?
Because he can't give it up. Yeah.
Oh, no
think
way.
He's going to have another match. You know he's not done?
He can't do it.
No?
Look,
I don't know. Don't tell him what he can't do, Blake.
He can't do it now, I'll tell you that. I may have done it now, but not him.
Would that be a big mistake?
Unequivocally. Do you remember that from our last show, Surgery Brain?
I do remember that, yes.
Thank you, Howard. Look, These idiots get released like a week later, by the way. Remember that? They're part of the WrestleMania main event, and then they're released a week later. Imagine same thing happened to Sid, kind of. I guess he quit, though. That's different. This guy's a total asswipe. I never liked AJ.
I never cared about him because he was in TNA. Like, who watches TNA? Nobody worth a shit.
Guy's in real life, a product of his environment. He became everything that was easy to be.
This is all very cinematic, Blake.
Yeah, it's a cinematic match. I'm not sure what you wanted me to do with that. I could tell when you said my name, I was supposed to do something, but
yeah, whatever you wanted to do.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
I've been dead for years.
I was gonna say, was he dead yet?
Oh, quite dead. I've been dead a while.
Are we doing hits from the crypt again?
Welcome to this theater in Connecticut. Oh, it has nothing to do with anything.
The man just had dead bodies in his quote-unquote living room, remember? God.
We were supposed to think that was The Undertaker.
His stupid Albert Pujols mustache pissed me off.
Ain't nobody breaking this redneck.
A redneck, shit view, flat earth video game dipshit. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. A Madden cough, I've ever seen one. Oh, they did. They paid for it.
Ah. They have it in perpetuity, as it were.
Yeah, baby, that's what I said.
The Undertaker is rolling down the street to this fake graveyard on his large motorcycle with the strains of Metallica in the background. I'm sorry, Motley Crue in the background.
Hey, do you ever see this?
A little deep cut for the whole ball gamers out there.
Gabe wants action, baby. Look at this shot. Jesus. The Undertaker. Cinema.
Yeah. Singing about something about IKEA.
You know what they should have done in this match now that I think about it? Jesus fuck. That Matilda dude? They should have, in various parts of this boneyard, you could have had, like, I don't know who was alive and not, but, you know, they could have had, like, parts of Kamala and Yokozuna's dead bodies and
that would have been fun.
Bundy. Maybe Bundy.
Or at the very worst, or at the very least, like the old caskets, you know what I mean? You know, from those casket matches.
I would have liked to have seen maybe some part of Paul Bearer.
You wanted this. Come on, boy. You wanted this, tough guy.
Well, you remember?
Come on, get up, boy, get up. Yeah, let me get a noose here. You N-word. See, I don't use that in my regular life, but I'll use it here because it's cinematic.
I can't imagine the conversations that were had while they sat around waiting for filming. Just awful, especially at this time.
I'll tell you right now, the big problem here, the reason we're not in that stadium, it's the Mexicans. You know? The Mexicans, they're the ones spreading this COVID bullshit all over the place.
I ain't got no vaccines.
You suck my dick, wear a mask. Ain't gonna wear no goddamn mask.
Unless it's part of my gimmick with Mabel. You know, because he wore the Phantom of the Opera mask, Gabe. Get it?
I remember.
Thanks. Yeah. Thanks for selling it. I
was trying to think of something to talk about with him busting himself open on the window of the hearse and saying, looking at his arm and going, "Son of a bitch."
You could have said, "You done it now." That would have been a good one. He could have said to himself,
shit.
"Oh, you done it now." That's what he should have done. They should have us write this, you know? It's time to find out who's the crazy tough or the phony brave or whatever the fuck that stupid saying is. Well,
get up. Come on. You wanted this. Look at all this moss in the tree that we added for effect because it looks spooky with the smoke.
You look like Tori
I'm
Wilson.
not sure why it's so smoky out here, though.
You're Tori Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Got the little doggy on the whole ball game here. Looks like a good boy. No qualm.
Girl.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's Jolly.
Okay, all right. Like Charlie Caruso?
Jolly.
Oh, Jolly.
Jolly, like Santa Claus.
Got it.
It was my mom's dog, and my mom died, and then it was my dad's dog, and then my dad died, and then my brother took over.
Yeah.
She was just running around a trailer court, willy-nilly, so we took her in.
Like Sherry.
Correct. Yes, exactly like Sherry. We saved her from becoming Sherry.
You could change her name to Sherry. That'd be cool.
You want to be Sherry from now on? Huh?
Or maybe
you give the boys what they need.
Maybe you could just call her Queenie on the side, you know? Nothing official.
Come on, big man. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna take you up over here on this bulldozer. Yeah. We're gonna plow the flat earth. Jesus Christ. Nothing could be more appropriate to celebrate where we've come. You know what? That's something we haven't talked about. Maybe we'll get into the depth of it, in part 2 of WrestleMania 36.
Yeah.
Everybody's on pins and needles waiting for that.
I think we'll get an extra hour.
How is it that we decided to start this podcast?
I honestly have no idea. Do you?
Me neither. How's it feel down there?
Uh-oh. It's the Good Brothers. Or who the fuck ever.
Spit.
They should have made them dress up like Hawk and Animal.
I mean, they dressed like the Warlord, and the big one dressed like the Warlord all the time anyway. Oh, look, we got druids.
Yeah. It'd be cool if one of them was... It should be the $1 Million Corporation. That's what should have happened. It should have been Kama and Irwin and DiBiase. And was Nikolai dead at this point?
Nikolai, yeah.
I think he's still alive.
Yeah. Just a big old fucking cent sign on his chest.
Uh-huh, yeah, exactly. It's like painted on there in a pair of white underwear with holes in them.
We're gonna do this, let's do it.
God. I hate that man. This fucker did this for 30 years, so it's no wonder he gets this inflated sense of fucking self, you know? He gets go out there and plays this goddamn supernatural ass kicker, and then he goes back to his fucking Texas mansion and dicks off on the internet and probably spends more time in gymnastics classes than he should.
Clearly taking like aerial gymnastics classes with ribbons and shit, and like falling down the ribbon and pulling himself up and.
Oh no, he's there to look at young girls. Let's be very clear. That's the entire purpose of it.
Oh, I'm not saying that he's there because he wants to be there for any other reason than to look at young girls, but he's doing it because he doesn't want to. He doesn't want them all to know he's a pervert. Just he wants to be a pervert.
Right, exactly. No, look, upstanding men of that. The last thing they can be known as is some sort of sex pervert, right? Like they just, those men like that, they just, all that makes them come are slightly chubby, tan, blonde women.
Slightly chubby. That's so perfect.
That
oh
are
my god,
5 years within their age. That's it. No, it's not, Mark. Come on, Mark.
Just that little like Playboy sticker that she left on her belly.
Yep.
In the tanning bed.
Mm-hmm. That one.
Made me break my finger, Mark.
You made me break my finger. My goodness. I'm surprised this didn't get an Emmy.
He said, "Stay down, old man. Your ponytail's whipped around your head."
I tolerated this much better the first time through. I do remember that.
Jesus Christ almighty, this is terrible. Is this the last match he had?
That's it, yep. Until they, because they have a Thunderdome Survivor Series where they have the tribute, remember, and they have the hologram Paul Bearer.
Ah, yes.
Oh, yes. Do you remember my hologram, Gabe?
Oh, yes.
He was very handsome, wasn't he?
Real good. Just got tackled through a fence, so that was nice.
I think I'm going to try to get Blake to have some chicken fried rice after this. Oh, yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to decide what I'm going to eat. I'm thinking probably some dumplings from Trader Joe's.
Oh. I got some leftover rolls from Texas Roadhouse in the fridge.
Nice. You got to save some of the butter too, or?
Yeah, oh, fuck yeah.
Oh, attaboy. All right.
That's where we went for the boy's birthday.
Oh, good. That's nice.
He got himself a strip.
Did he?
Said it was his best steak he's had.
Nice.
It's his third one.
That was his choice, this Texas Roadhouse?
Yep.
Good for him. Was it 11 or 12?
11.
11, yeah. What is this music?
Well, he's dying.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be evocative of an emotion we're supposed to feel.
Yeah, because he's crawling towards his grave. He's broken down old bitch. Got it?
I got it.
He's not wrong.
Got a shovel. He just got a shovel.
Hey, man, I don't see IRS around. What's going on with the shovel? Somebody gonna do a 1099 on 1044 easy in the Hattahoochee Highway?
Hattahoochee Highway? That's wonderful.
Looks like a goddamn Vietnam treehouse up there. Goddamn name covered. Jesus.
The spade of the shovel's by his head. Just happened to land there, you know?
They could have had Mick Foley dressed as Mankind in there.
They should have. There's a lot they should have done that they didn't do.
You could have at least had like Leon's mask laying around.
Some fucking fan service, right? Yeah, exactly. If it's gonna be like this, make it somewhat. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Jesus Christ! Oh my God!
Even could have had Heidenreich in it.
Tinker's down in the grave.
Yep.
As we speak.
Yep.
AJ is about to turn on this tractor. But wait. This is The Undertaker, you understand. You have to remember, this ain't over, not by a long shot. Nope. There he is.
He's done it now.
Behind him.
He's supernatural, bitch.
Goozles him from behind. He falls sideways off of the tractor, even though there was clearly 3 different cuts there.
You know, it's also a shock that, as we sit here, I can't believe that Kane didn't end up in this somehow.
Right? Yeah.
That could have been Kane there, if you wanted to do the whole not possible thing.
You can run, but you can't hide, son.
Did I ever tell you the time that me and my friends out in the country made the Undertaker symbol?
No, you've never told this story.
So me and my buddy Nasty Nate, JB, and our pal T Skew, who lived out in the country.
What young lady did you crucify on the?
No. We made these symbols.
If you're gonna do something, do it right. Jesus Christ.
So he lives in the country, which is dirt roads. So I take the can of gasoline.
Sure.
And I make the Undertaker symbol.
Yep.
And then I light the match, and the Undertaker symbol came to life. And we lit the middle of the dirt road on fire in an Undertaker symbol.
Oh, I see. So it wasn't okay.
The T
it wasn't,
and the X.
Yeah.
So, think of the Highway to Hell video when you see the Undertaker's logo go up in flames.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we did.
Pretty good.
In the road. Because it ain't easy living free, you see. It's a season ticket on a one-way ride.
Mm-hmm. All my buddies on my street, like the brothers, the Evans brothers, we've talked about them before.
Sure.
They were all so into wrestling that summer. It was the only summer where I didn't feel like a complete outcast because they wanted to watch that too. Austin and Taker.
Yep. 98 was it. 98 was the big one. That's what I felt anyway. It was all about, I think really, people talk about the NWO and this and that, and it did it a lot for Jesus. But the Stone Cold and Austin McMahon stuff's what brought the masses in.
Yep.
It was all still kind of in just the wrestling bubble, until then, even though the NWO took it to the point it was going to pop, but Austin McMahon is what blew up.
Yeah, it kind of, NWA took it to here.
Yeah.
And then it started going over, and then Austin McMahon.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Had a nice few years there. Nice decade, really. 85 to 2000, 2001, pretty good. Not pretty good. The best. Jesus. Let me help you out here. Spot 28. Jesus. Just
Undertaker giving him the rub on the way down. You're a lot tougher than I gave you credit for. Drop some graveside.
It's as good as it's going to get for you.
AJ's apologizing.
You know what they should have had him do right here?
What's that?
Pull out a gun and shoot AJ in the head. You could have done that with the CGI.
Cinematic, maybe.
And then they dump him in the grave, right? And then Kane comes out, they bury him, But then you see AJ's hand come up like at the end of Buried Alive, and then it makes it okay that they shot him in the face because he's
Right,
still
'cause he's
alive.
not dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we've already twisted reality, letting Taker come on that tractor, Hey, baby, last time I came on a tractor, I got gonorrhea.
And that's what you call the tractor story, Jimmy?
That's right, baby. I thought you'd like that on the Keep On Dancing Show. That one's for Gabe.
Polly, too. Polly doesn't listen, though. It's fine.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be ponying up, baby.
God, this drags on forever. He keeps hugging him.
Jesus. All that just to turn around and kick him. You could have just done that in the first place, Mark.
You've done it now. You gone and made a big mistake.
Like, think about that on a psychological.
Wait a second.
Okay.
It gets better. He does this. It's the end of the thing that resonates with everybody.
Uh-huh.
Boy, oh boy, what a brilliantly thought out. I guarantee you, it was fucking what's his name too. Fucking.
We know who produces this one.
Yeah, it's Credence's buddy.
No.
It's not Pritchard?
No, I don't think so.
Who was it?
It's the game.
Jason Jordan?
The game.
Oh, does he?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. There you go. Undertaker's music plays, looks over, climbs down off the tractor, slowly walks to the grave.
Watch out for the gonorrhea, Taker!
Pulls the moss off. Who's in the grave? Who's in there? Oh, okay.
Jesus.
AJ's my brother's age. That's good.
He's 4 years older than me. What a dick. Oh, there's the hand.
Oh, hold on. Put your arm in the sky, you dipshit.
You gotta get your bandana, see?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Bandanas are important.
No coincidences, as I saw Warrior and Undertaker in a body bag match in 91.
There you go.
At the Show Me Center in Cape Girardeau. Give it to us, Take.
Goodbye, Mark, and thank you for everything.
There it is. See?
There you go.
Look at that bullshit, though. That should be fire.
Should be fire.
Dumb fucking laser. This is
And with that, WrestleMania 36 Night 1 is in the books. And you've gotten a little history lesson from your pals here at the whole ball game. We'll be back shortly with part 2 of this nonsense. I'm sorry.